We're here. Hi, everybody. Good morning, one and all. Nice to see you here. Mayron has just joined us as a Gold Bagel member. Welcome to the channel. This is fantastic. Love seeing new members coming in, joining us, and becoming part of the Gold Bagel member family. Fantastic. I love it. Thank you, everyone who is becoming a member of the Gold Bagel fam. Welcome, one and all. It's now January the 4th, second day of the new year for trading. And I welcome you all from around the world. Say hi to me from wherever you're watching me from. Tell me, where are you? What city and country are you in? What's your temperature going to be today? How warm are you getting? Or how cold are you getting? Here in Palm Desert, where I am right now, at the moment, my phone won't tell me, but it's saying I'm 37 degrees right now at this moment in time here in the desert. High today will be 66, pure sunshine. Tomorrow, 73. Thursday, 75. These are Fahrenheit temperatures. I guess in Celsius right now, I would tell you that we're sitting at, let's see, Palm Desert, 3 degrees Celsius right now for my international viewers, with a high today of 19. Tomorrow, 23. Thursday, 24. So not bad. We're going to run with this. Yeah, I'm not giving this back. I'm telling you right now, I'm keeping this. After all, why not? Why not enjoy a lovely temperature like that when they hand it to you on a silver platter? Absolutely. Nice to see you all here today. We've got a few developments going on right now. The market is higher this morning. On the pre-market, we've got the Dow up 153 points. It's improving as the morning is going on. That's a good sign. 18-point gain on S&P. NASDAQ, 43 points. Funny that yesterday, NASDAQ was the leader in the uprun. Today it's the lagger. The NASDAQ is up a quarter of a percentage point, 0.26. The Dow's up 0.41. Not like it's going stupid crazy with a 1.1 percentage point gain and 300 points, but it's 150 points on those top 30 stocks, and we're improving here this morning. GameStop 154 this morning. We're watching GameStop closely. I have been just getting this, I don't know, I'm getting this feeling that something's going on. I can't put my finger on it, but something's going on. First thing I figured out, I found some info today. The most clicked symbols, people are looking up information on stocks. They click in the stock symbol. The number 2 stock symbol being clicked this morning, GameStop. Why? There's no news. There's no announcements. Then I found another little ditty today. I was reading an article about GameStop, a 1,500% increase in the number of online, is a 1,500% increase in online traffic into GameStop during the lockdown. That was not surprising in a way, because I know that the company is really focusing on going e-commerce. So there's something there going on. And what else is going on? Something else on GameStop I was mentioning. Just had it and I lost it. Yeah. On Twitter, there's if you look up GameStop on Twitter, under latest, you'll see like the latest postings. There seems to be some kind of a thingy about the company GameStop looking for creators and other types of entities to join their NFT thing. What the heck do I know? I know nothing. Do I understand this? No. Can I make the stock go up? Yes. If we can make the stock go up, then I'm interested. Other than that, it's over my head. But something's happening there. Something's cooking. Okay. Maybe there's a couple of pots on the stove and it's starting to smell interesting. There's something cooking, but we don't know what it is. And the chef is busy, but they're not talking. We have a special today, but we're not telling you what it is. until we're ready to tell you what it is. The stock's at 154 on 2,500 shares. There's no trading going on in the pre-market. Very quiet. It's just up $1.16 now, and Wall Street's going, we don't know. They don't talk to us here. But then again, why should GameStop talk to Wall Street? Have they been friends of that company? Not necessarily. There is no analyst with a more than a $50 price target on the stock. So, Alexander, thank you for this donation this morning here on Super Chat. Good morning, Bruce. First, I'm seeing videos and posts on SoFi requesting deposit to SoFi Bank on the back of checks. Charter is imminent. Also, I keep seeing a Goldman Sachs move up. Hold more before writing new calls. What do I do? We did talk about this a little bit. This is being, we're talking about this lately. And for those of you who are Gold Bagel members, you're ahead of the curve here a little bit on top of what's going on. Yeah, something's brewing also. Something good is happening. Okay, elsewhere. First of all, GameStop, it just traded again. It's now at 154.89. Just popped up another 89 cents. Keep an eye on that, of course. Now, let me take a look at some of our other faves here. SoFi, for example, we closed at 15.68 last night. We're at 15.85 this morning. We're up 17 cents. We are, of course, all waiting for, every single one of us, we are waiting for an announcement, an update, a declaration, official government, about the bank charter. We're waiting. Haven't seen it, haven't got it, but any other news, we'll more than happy to take it. And I have been confidently figuring that we are moving closer to 2025 now. This $14 stuff is gone, and now we're 1583 in the pre-market, 136,000 traded, typical pre-market for SoFi. On our way to 16, it would appear. We hit 1613 yesterday for the high, 28 million volume. We'll see what happens here. Now, over on Goldman Sachs, that one closed at 395.33 last night. It's trading at 400 a share right now. It couldn't print 400 yesterday. It could only print 399.30 during the day yesterday, but it's printing 400 a share right now on the pre-market. The volume was only 8,200 shares, so let's keep that in mind. Let's keep calm. This is not like 5 million shares trading at 400 a share. No. It's not doing that at all. 400 is going to be a barrier to the stock, really. The stock's trading at 6.5 times earnings. I mean, this is, should be double the price. Anyway, 400 share on a volume of 8,200. But I've been mentioning now for about a week and a half that we bottomed out on this stock. I think it was 368 about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. Tax loss selling and just, lethargic market, whatever. Now it's coming around. It's coming around. And here we go at 400. I've been mentioning that for this Friday, you could look at writing. I was talking about 395s to 400s, maybe 405s. Now I'm talking about 400s, 405s, 410s for either this week and or next week. The week after that could be 410s to 415s, depending on premium. If you can score a fat premium writing a 410 or 415 or a 420 contract for 3 or 4 weeks out from now, with the intention of taking the fat premium now and then buying that contract back at half its price or 35% of its price a week from now, a week and a half from now, if it gives it to you, great. Keep in mind that those of you who are writing poor man covered calls, you've bought in the money call options on Goldman. You're letting those run up in value, and now you're writing options against those options. And those are the short-term options I'm talking to you about writing. So if you, quote, lose money on the short-term option because the stock went up, it's likely that for every dollar you're making on your long call, you're losing 30 cents on the short call, and so you're plus 70. And if the shares sort of top out and back up a little bit, you're making all that money now on that short call plus profits. If you have to do a rollover, if so be it. You buy back your call that you wrote for a higher price than you paid for it, and you start writing 405, 410s, 415s, 420s. Thank you very much. Stock wants to go to 415, and you have a 350 long contract or a 360 in the money contract, and it's gone up $25 for you. That's okay. $2,500 gain on a contract, and you've lost 500 on a call option over here. No problem with that trade off. Any day of the week, I'll take it. But you know how these stocks will fluctuate. Anyway, it looks good on Goldman. The strategy is solid. Those of you who have $40,000, you can buy 100 shares of Goldman and write one contract. Otherwise, you could take the 40 grand and buy perhaps five $8,000 in the money contracts, or $6,000 something contract, whatever it is, and write 5 or 6 contracts instead of writing one contract and bringing in more revenue. Couple ways to play this game. Like what I see there very, very much. The Dow up 151, S&P up 17, NASDAQ up 38. If the Federal Reserve is going to quote tighten on their taper, that's good for Goldman Sachs. It's good for JP Morgan. It's good for Bank of America, good for Wells Fargo. Banks will become more profitable because the spreads that they can charge will be higher for money they lend, and they're still borrowing super cheap from the Federal Reserve. That's what all analysts keep talking about. That's what they know. It's what they've been mentioning, but the shares have yet to take off on Goldman. Remember, the year high, the 52-week range on this stock, the high is 426. And even then, it's barely 7 times earnings. This thing is mega, mega cheap. Okay, there's the latest on that one. Thank you, Alexander, for that donation and for the question. I appreciate that. Welcome to the show, everybody. Swiss, I have no idea what you're talking about. I do not know what you mean about a lamp or a photo or anything. I don't know where you're getting that from. Morning simpletons from Bama Babe. Good morning, everyone, except that shorty Bama Babe from Nazareth. Bobby, Matterport got some bad press this morning on my news feeds. Poor earnings in the fourth quarter predicted. And then, I heard something about this like 5-6 months ago. It was supposed to be bad, and it wasn't. And it came in better. And so I don't know what to make. We're at 1980 on Matterport. We're down 19 cents. I don't care that the earnings are the earnings. What I care about is how many customers are they signing up? How many memberships are they signing up? Are they building their base business? Are they building that foundation of theirs? If they're building that out, that means future earnings are coming in. That's what this means, and that's what I'm interested in seeing from Matterport. Do they have to provide instant profits today? No, they're in a massive growth curve right now. They are expanding out their footprint and bringing in clientele worldwide, and that means they are spending money to do it. They're investing into their client base. So the earnings per share thing, irrelevant, utterly irrelevant. They're not bleeding hundreds of millions of dollars and anything like that. So this thing, Bobby, I'm not too worried about it, buddy. Good morning, Bagel Familia from Alberta. Welcome, Alberto. Dave Mosher, good morning. Hello, everybody. I want to rock. Let's go. Who cares is saying NFTs are simply digital assets and a way for verification of authenticity. They not only work for digital assets, but also for physical assets like watches and all kinds of things. Again, I don't understand it. Good morning, all. Maybe I'm just too old. Good morning, everybody from Chase. Rosita Parker, welcome. Duncan is here, buddy. How you doing, man? Good morning, Bobby. That's something that's touched on new sales versus subscription. Time required to get subs up. Camera hardware sales low, so on. Alexander, what do you think of Matterport? I bought 400 in pre-market. We'll buy more once I've sold some covered calls. Laugh out loud. Like I say, I love it. And I'm a long termer here. This digital transformation of real estate is huge. It's permanent. It will not go away. It's not a fad. It is the industry standard for contractors and for insurance companies and for building operators and for Airbnb listings and anything like that. Real estate agents, if you haven't got Matterport going, you're out. You have to have it. It's within a year. You and I will not tolerate looking at a hotel for like to rent a hotel room, or to rent or to go into a like to stay in a hotel somewhere, or to go on a cruise, or to take an airplane flight. If I you don't show me the interior of the airplane and the kind of seat that I want with Matterport, I'm not booking. I'm not booking with you guys. It is becoming an industry standard going forward. And a year from now, it is a must-have for anyone and everyone to get top dollar for their reservation, whatever it is you're trying to reserve out, real estate and other things. Like I said, restaurant reservations. I want to know what the so-and-so restaurant looks like in New York. I want to know what the so-and-so restaurant looks like in Cincinnati. I want to know what's the business lounge look like in Paris at the so-and-so airport for business class. Matterport. It's going to be Matterported. It's going to be 3D everything. It's going to be unbelievable. Everything changes. The so-called, we took pictures for you and we're now posting these photos of our condo for rent in Palm Desert. Not gonna cut it. Not gonna cut it anymore. You better be Matterporting 3D imaging. You better be having this system, or you're out. You're just not gonna get top dollar. Kent is saying hi. Hi, Kent. How you doing? Chase, Uncle Bruce. I have Goldman Sachs January 14 covered call options to roll this morning based on the pre-market. What price should I consider? Well, let's see what the market does on the opening. First of all, let's just see what kind of momentum we're dealing with here coming into the open. I want to know, is Goldman really going to break through 400 in a real solid way? Because if the shares want to pop to 402, 404, 406, well, then we're talking about a different contract. We're not going to roll into a 400 or a 403 or a 4. We might roll up to a 410 or 415. So you might also be deciding on how far forward in time you want to go with regard to the contract. So we got to watch this opening here. We're at $400.37 right now. The volume is 10,400. The big market is different than the pre-market. The pre-market can be easily manipulated by a couple of aggressive and excited investors. The big market is institutions coming in with serious money, either stock and or money. So let's see what we have. We're up 142 on the Dow, but we're not up 400 on the Dow. We're up 14 on S&P. We're up 22 on NASDAQ, and only 22 points on NASDAQ. That is barely 1/8 of a percentage point higher. This is hardly a ringing endorsement of a major run today. This could be, theoretically, today's market could be a good half hour, and then it's all she wrote. The rest of the day will be flat to down, and then just kind of meander quietly. Or it could be a good first half hour, plateau for a while, and then a slow deterioration with an accelerating deterioration at the end. Remember, the Dow has had, out of the last, 12 sessions, 10 up days, like really good number of up days. We have not had any kind of profit-taking pullback yet. The new year started off nicely yesterday. It's closed strongly last night at the bell. We'll give it some momentum in the morning, but let's just see what this market is made of. Does it have the volume to really convince that money is coming in abandon, like in a real aggressive way? We don't know that yet. We haven't seen that. You got to show me. Now, if this market wants to open strong, but then kind of level off and back off later, that could put Goldman into this 402 to 405 range, which could be perfect because it could allow for a lot of you out there to roll into 405, 410 contracts for this Friday, or 410 to 420s next Friday or the Friday after, right at the height of the day. And then if the stock backs off back to 397.98, you got yourself a little trade perhaps today just on Goldman, even on a rollover. We'll see. I'm not sure. We're up 474 in the pre-market. Great. The stock can rise 10, 15 bucks in a day, no problem. It is a $400 company, but we gotta see volume to really show me. So Chase, hang in there. We're going to be watching this together. Skull, hey Uncle B, some information to add to the GameStop NFT marketplace. There's currently only one major NFT marketplace called OpenSea that has a $10 billion market cap, and that's just the people in the know. Okay, very, very good. Virtual Duncan, has anyone heard from Stacks lately? Cheddar Stacks was here yesterday a little bit. I think Joanne Spire appoints Tim Braswell as chief People Officer to oversee all aspects of its global human resources activities. How exciting. Yeah. Well, you know what? I love a company that talks as opposed to a company that doesn't talk. So, you know what, Spire? You tell us what you're doing. You tell us what you're up to. Yeah, be open with your shareholders and the world. Let us just give us stuff like this. I'll take it. I'll take it. Benjamin Duncan Stacks was here yesterday. Says DQ Bobby. With that insight, gosh darn it, I'm in. Flint. Good morning. I overslept, warm bed, and cold temps. I know the feeling. I know the feeling. Scully with a well-known brand like GameStop having their own marketplace. Adventures of Duncan. Good morning, DQ. Mama babe. Hey Joanne. Joe, what is a chief people officer? Idea. I don't know. Birthday party planner? I don't know. Morning, Duncan from DQ. Morning, good news. Alexander, someone needs to create an Uncle Bruce ETF before all his stock picks run away from it. Laughing out loud. A new title for the head of HR. Joanne Hobbs. Yeah, good question. This is the news we get after weeks of waiting. Larry, good morning, everybody. Sitting on the water's edge in Puerto Vallarta, listening to Uncle Bruce. Life is great. Let's go SoFi. Matterport Spire. Yay! Yeah, nothing wrong with that. That's a nice way to start the morning. Nice warm air and the soft skin from the humidity. And oh, lovely. What's everyone buying the what out of? Joanne, it sounds like I made up and the points don't matter. A CPO is someone who takes on the hiring and taking care of employees. Think internal employee growth and hiring. Now there's a little bit different than chief HR officer, I guess. Go for launch. NFT company market caps are based on sentiment. JW, I'm a people person, damn it. Let's go, folks. It says Red Solo Cup available. So the number of people that actually buy our own NFTs is ridiculously small. And a lot of the activity are back and forth wash sales to drive up prices. Delahoe, that's what we've been waiting for. Spire will take off today. No, wasn't it ATIP? We're waiting for ATIP to hire a new CEO, aren't we? Yeah, let's go Spire anyway. DQ, Joanne, laughing out loud. It's just another way for the top tier of the company to justify taking care of executives and nickel and diming everybody else. Teabag, good morning, Elbers. I saw a thing online about using Matterport to create real-world living spaces in the metaverse. Yeah, there's this metaverse thing, and Matterport are being, kind of associated as one. Going to be interesting. Facebook wants to change its name to Meta, whatever the heck it wants to call itself. This is an up and coming big thing. We'll be watching that for sure. Anyway, every day brings another interesting angle to what we're following here. 351 on Spire, 345 on ATIP last trade. Yeah, last time I saw it, but that was last night's close. 23andMe today is at 708, down 4 cents so far. And over at Matterport, we're at 1989, up 28 cents. Hardly bad news today on Matterport. It's moving up. Maybe dipped early today, but it's coming on right now. 154.49 on GameStop, 154.30 right now. 2,900 volume, nothing going on. SoFi is at 1581, up 13 cents, it looks like. Yes. And over at Rocket Lab, 1220 unchanged. We were at 1240 a little while ago, jumping a boot. Out and a boot on the old Rocket Lab. The Dow holding a 147 gain right now. S&P up 16 and NASDAQ up 34. Heard an interesting stat this morning, a couple of them. For every one official unemployed American, for every one unemployed American out there are 1.5 job openings. That's one of the record highs of all time. That hasn't happened in recent memory. 1.5 jobs available for every single unemployed American is the official stat. Another stat that came out today was that the average pay increase being offered by corporate America to its workers for this year is now registered at about 3.9%. So just around 4% is the average wage increase being offered by corporate America. This is the highest since 2008. Now, 2008 was the height of the crisis. It was just reaching its zenith. Real estate prices were just about to collapse. Everything was looking great. And then a year later, it was all over. It was a disaster for the US credit markets, the bailouts, and everything else. But that's not the case this time. We don't have record prices for everything. We don't have an overheated economy. We actually have an economy working on 7/8 efficiency, and we have got a pent up amount of money on the sidelines trying to get in. And we have got corporate America dying to hire people to try to grow and meet their obligations. Just noticing Royal Caribbean is going to offer $700 million in senior unsecured debt due in 2027 to pay down debt due in 2022. The typical rollover game. It's what governments do. It's what corporate companies do. Royal Caribbean, of course, is now rolling over all this debt that they've taken on in the last 5, 6, 7 years to build out new ships. And then in this year and next year and next year, we will see them rolling over debt they took out last year and the year before to survive the pandemic. They might be borrowing $700 million, but they probably are only paying off $500 million of old debt and adding a couple $100 million into the treasury, because there's probably options on top of that for the broker to take advantage of. All debt that Royal Caribbean is offering now is junk bonds, because every single bond out there for Royal Caribbean, Carnival, Norwegian, all bonds that they've issued is junk now. It has been for about a year. Yikes. Anyway, there you go. Sparky, Uncle Bruce, does GameStop publish a sales number in January to show quarter-to-date results? I watched an old Roaring Kitty video from January 13th, 2020. He was referring to stronger sales in December 19th. From time to time, they could do that, but this is the decision of the CEO along with the board of directors. And we have a whole new group of board of directors led by you-know-who, and a new CEO and a whole new bunch of management. So I don't know what the internals are over there. It could be that they might do that, but then again, they might not. They have been notoriously quiet ever since Mr. Cohen has become part of the story a year ago. The company's gone real quiet. That's the philosophy. And so we all sit here and we guess. We sit here and we guess what they're doing. Joe, CPO is the role they create for you when you keep repeating in your interview that you love people. Hey, Bruce. Nice is saying, I got my first passport in the mail. Thank you again for giving me the courage and knowledge to do things. Yes, right on. Nice way to go. Stepping it up. Beautiful job. This is good stuff, boy. I'm really proud of you people. This is great. Rob, hey, buddy, where you been? Morning, folks. Hope everyone had a good holiday season. We hope you did all right. So many changes here. What is happening? Hope it's all good. Larry Lewis, just noticed, Uncle Bruce, the Carnival cruise ship that you mentioned on your show last night is here in Puerto Vallarta. Now I just need to avoid the infected passengers. There you go. GW. My company's doing 3 to 6%, depending on the base pay, with lower income getting higher percentages, raises. 3 to 6%. Interesting on the raises. Yes. I was just talking a few minutes ago about 3.9% average now is the pay increase being offered by apparently American companies to their employees. Of course, you all know out there, those of you who have been working in corporate America since whenever, when's the last time any of you guys found that your company was handing out more than 2%, 3% in raises? Those are cost of living increases. I mean, that's enough to kind of break even every year because, I mean, after tax, you get a 3% raise. After tax, what do you got left? 2%? 1% goes to state and local and federal taxes. Deductions, you only got 2% left. And you get 2% more money. I mean, think about it. You clear $5,000 a month and you get 2% more money. That's $100 a month more. $25 a week more to live on. $5 a working day. What's that good for? Early retirement? No. Now it's 4%. Well, after tax deductions, everything else is going to be maybe 3%. So if you're making as much as $5,000 a month clear and you're getting $150 a month more, where's this getting you? Inflation is 6% right now. I mean, it's 6, 7%. If you're making $2,500 clear a month. You're one of the junior members out there. 3% more, that's $75 a month. A month, $75 a month. I mean, come on. This is. I'm not saying you have to double wages. I'm not saying it, but this is shows me. I hope showing you just how dire it can be, being trapped in a cubicle for some of these corporations out there. If you haven't got skills that they deem essential or they deem valuable, you are stuck in a treadmill of misery until you get out of it. And there's no way they're going to help you get out. You got to get out yourself. And there are probably, I don't know, millions of Americans out there who are stuck in a drudgery of a job, and they won't quit because the benefits are too good. Maybe they have a medical thing and they have a pre-existing condition. They're trapped. There's no way out. I mean, it really is. It really is pathetic. It's kind of like being in prison without being a criminal, but you're in prison. Um, Yikes! I'm so grateful I'm not in that position. I mean, there was a time I worked for the corporate world as obviously a branch manager of a brokerage firm, but a good chunk of my remuneration came from bonuses from delivering results. But man, I got out. I mean, I got out of that and went on my own and enjoyed it much more than being in that thing. But hey, to each his own. Some people live for this. They love it. They love their structure. They love the predictability of it. They like, and they love their employers, and they have a great relationship, and they do get bonuses and they get perks. And I'm not saying it's bad for everybody. I'm just saying that for some, it can be kind of rough. 154.89 now on the GameStop, up 205 on 3,000 volume. That's what I'm showing right now. Goldman at 399.50, up 417. I've got the Dow up 149 in the pre-market. We have 28 minutes to go before we open for trading. S&P's up 16 and the Nasdaq's up 30 points. The Dow is still the leader right now of the gains in percentage terms. And Nazareth, I still need to get our numbers from corporate on the wage increases for this year. Bonuses were 70% of targets, so not sure what will happen. GW, my job, I don't own the place yet. I don't own it yet. Nazareth, you are a bigger WG than you think, mister. Is GW a judge, a DQ, a Joe? A day trader is a title they give you when you keep repeating the interview that you hate people. Rob, been on vacation and hanging out with the kid and the family. Now it's back to making some money. Welcome back. We have Nice making a move here. Nice has become a gold bagel member. Thank you, Nice, for joining us. Welcome to the party and the club. It's nice to have you up here. Obviously, going from one level to another, it's fantastic. Odin's Pumpkin, my company only gave me a 3% raise. I get them every year, and that's an insult. That is not a raise. That is simply being kept at the same wage as before with inflation factored in. You're not getting a raise. You're not getting more for your service. You're just being kept around, and it's an insult. It's a slap, and I hate to break it to you, but when you get a 3% raise, they are not rewarding you. They're just trying to buy you off with an inflation thing, and they're likely bringing in 20% more money in the front door, and they're just throwing you enough to keep you around. Just saying, you might love the place, and maybe they do other things for you. That's great, and I hope it is the case. I really do. But 3%, man, yeah, not great. That ain't moving up. Rob, a nice way to go for becoming a gold member. Go for launch. Your wall decor is appropriate. Well, thank you. I'm not a judge. I'm a software developer, says GW. Alexander, 500,000 Americans going bankrupt due to medical expenses annually. That's like putting people in debtor's prison for no fault of their own. No bueno. I hear you there. That's 10,000 a week going bankrupt. We don't have that in Canada. You don't go bankrupt for medical bills in Canada. Yeah, that's the difference, isn't it? Morning, folks. Matterport gone on sale. We've got Silka, new member. It says here, Silka new member upgraded to the gold level. Welcome, Silka, to the gold bagel member family. Nice to have you up here, and I hope you enjoy the daily first thing in the morning before this show starts updates that we're doing. Hope you like them. Rob, do I have to cancel my current membership to go Gold Bagel? The level at which I agree. No, you don't. I think I don't know, there's a gear something you can upgrade now, and you'll only be prorated. You'll only be charged a prorated amount for the existing month that you're in, and then you'll kick over into the next one. I think that's how it works, Rob. Um, Check it out. J Mac, Bruce, is there anything to reverse repo figures hitting $1.4 trillion? Can you explain why this would be happening? My understanding is banks are parking their money with the Fed. Well, I can only explain it in a basic way because I don't know the deep details of this. But the bottom line is banks have more money on deposit than people need to borrow. That's essentially it. So, in the simplest terms, you have a bank that has branches across the USA, let's say, and you're negotiating financing. So you have a brokerage division, you have a mortgage division, you have a car loan division, you have a personal loan division, you have a credit card division, blah 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 blah. And at the end of the night, your computer systems and your internals are saying, yeah, we have $100 million in cash. It's all digital, that we have not lent out. We have $100 million in capital that is just sitting in our vault. Again, it's all digital. And that's at like 4 in the afternoon. And we will not need that money until tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Eastern, whatever the banking hours are, to conduct business. So the bank will take that 100 million and authorize it, transfer it to the Fed in what's called the overnight window. And they will give that money to the federal government, the Federal Reserve of the United States, as a deposit. The Federal Reserve takes the digital money, puts it into an account that they have, and they will then pay that bank interest on that money for one day. And the next morning, they'll give it back to them. So an overnight deposit with a next morning withdrawal. And this is done by all the banks out there. So not every single bank has more money than they need. Some don't, some do. Now, banks that need money, they borrow from the overnight window. We lent out 100 million more than we got that we are allowed to lend. So we're going to borrow from the Federal Reserve $100 million at an interest rate for overnight. But then tomorrow, during the day, we have money coming back in, and then we'll repay them because we're not going to lend out as much money tomorrow as we lent out today. Because today we lend money to McDonald's to handle their payroll for the week or whatever the reason is. So money flows back and forth between banks and the Federal Reserve through the window. All digital, all normal, nothing new. What's abnormal, or as they say as is said on the Frankenstein movie, Abby normal. What is Abby normal? Is that the total amount of money in the Fed. There's more money going to the Fed than coming out. And the Fed is sitting on $1.4 trillion this evening in cash. So the federal government is sitting on $1.4 trillion that the Fed wants banks to lend. They want the banks to lend that money. Why? That money goes into the economy. And if that money is borrowed by corporate borrowers, mortgage originators, car buyers, whatever, that's money in the economy. And that spurs jobs, wealth, more money. But 1.4 trillion is not right now in the economy. It's in cash because it can't find a home inside the economy. It's running at 7/8 efficiency. There you go. There are Ford F-150 trucks sitting in factory parking lots on a rotating basis, waiting for parts. Chips come in, and a bunch of trucks get hauled into the factory. They install the final chips and ship the trucks out to the dealerships. They're pre-sold. Every truck that is a high-end F-150 is pre-sold. And then another shipment of chips comes in a few days later, and a whole bunch of trucks gets refitted. In the meantime, Ford is cranking out F-150s like they can't believe, but not with all the parts in them. And so they get them out to the parking lot. They don't have climate control systems running right now, but the engine works, and they're going to finish it when they have the parts. This is an economy that's not functioning on all 8 cylinders. 1.4 trillion is just a measurement of how much cash is not employed in the market. The Fed is sitting there going, you guys can borrow from us anytime you want at like, nothing. We'll pay you almost nothing. We'll pay you like 1/100th of a percentage point interest for your money overnight. And we'll charge you a 2/100ths of 1 percentage point for money overnight. It's a nothing burger in the absolute minutia, but you have hundreds of millions and trillions of dollars at play. We're talking a lot of money that is going back and forth between the Feds and the banks. That's what that means, I think, JMac. That will come down if the Feds reduce the amount of money available into the economy. If they restrict how much money can go into the economy, then that means money that's out there will be used up. Because it can happen from time to time that a Chase Bank or J.P. Morgan or whoever, they're in need of $100 million of cash to finance a financing they're doing. They don't have $100 million in cash. They've got money coming tomorrow or next week. They got a bunch of dough coming in. Then they will make deals with other banks and they will syndicate a loan. So JP Morgan will write a $500 million loan for General Electric for a week payroll. Because GE has money coming in next week, but this week they got to make payroll. And it's just a cash flow rollover thing. JP Morgan will contact 20 other banks and say, hey, we've got a $500 million thing. We're offering $25 million chunks of this deal. You want it? Can you lend us money to lend them for a week at $25 million each? All the pension funds are called, the hedge funds, life insurance companies, other bankers. 500 million is gathered up in seconds around the world and is popped together in one big fat amount. GE got their money. GE pays their employees. The employees spend the money. GE continues on. A week later, GE brings all this dough in. A month later, GE, or 6 weeks later, 2 weeks later, GE pays off the 500 million. And that loan is paid off. It was a 1 week loan. And now GE has 300 million cash in the bank for like a week. And then a week later, payroll time every 2 weeks. And here we go again. It's a standard deal. It's all electronic. It happens 24/7 around the world all the time. It's quite complicated. Anyway, there you go. GW saying you're banned from Gold Bagel, Rob. This figure was $1 million not so long ago. Well, it's a big time. My company's stock has quadrupled in the past 2 years, so I would say they're doing well. Well, if they're doing well, that's great, because if they're probably doing well because they're giving you 3% pay raises like everybody else in your organization. You guys aren't getting the dough. You're getting the stock going up. And if you're a shareholder, yes, I'm happy for you. But it's possible that the top end employees are getting much more than 3% raises. I'm not trying to rile anybody up here. I'm just trying to say this is corporate America at its normal. This is not unusual. If you're happy with your package, and you're happy with your program, and you're happy with the wealth they're creating, yes, fantastic. This is great. But if the company falters on the top line and the shares drop by 50%, does that ruin your retirement? Question, I don't know. Do you have enough shares in the company if they're publicly traded? Could you write options against your stock to bring in extra income? Don't know. I mean, there's a lot of questions that are out there, and I can't go into them all. Anyway. There you have it. Rob, you shouldn't have a problem. When I did it, I got a prorated first month. Let's see. Rob is saying, I'm bad at figures. Frumbler, I got a 3% raise this year. First in 4 years. I feel so good about being an employee. Yeah, right. Yikes. Rob, might be just because I'm trying to do it with my work laptop. I'll try on my phone. There you go. Good morning from Moon Manmu. Welcome, Samuel. Uncle Bruce, I only have 10 grand to invest. What stock would you suggest today? More of a lower price stock like Spire, ATIP, or less of a higher price stock, something like Matterport, SoFi? Thank you, Brucey. Well, it all depends on what it is you want, what it is you're looking for. Are you looking for, is this everything you have and you can't afford to lose a dime of this money? If it's that kind of an investment, you cannot be putting it into, higher volatility situations. You have to be a much more conservative investor. Are you looking to ultimately try to generate some option income. Is that what you have in mind? You might theoretically, if you've taken some of my courses and you're becoming comfortable with this. Again, I'm totally throwing this out there just as a whatever. You can purchase a deep in the money call option on Goldman Sachs, pretty high end company, and write call option against that option. That's a poor man covered call. 10 grand, you can easily get one of those. You might be able to get two. Certainly on Cisco, you can acquire perhaps 5 to 8 call options for that kind of money, to write 5 to 8 call options at a time against those, or maybe 1 or 2 Apple or 3 Apple contracts might be possible. Or you're acquiring stock in, like you're buying the Vanek Vectors. You're buying maybe you're buying $2,000 worth of 5 different shares, and you're going to buy $2,000 worth of Cisco, IBM, Apple, Microsoft, and split it out and have a little miniature little fund there with, split into 5 different parts, and let that run. Do nothing, just let that run. It goes on and on and on. I don't have one simple answer because I don't know your situation, and I'm not an advisor here for that. You might need to talk to me on a one-on-one to kind of get into that a little bit more. But on the air, I've got a little bit of information here, a little bit of information there, and I know nothing else, and so that's all I can go with. Munamu, I'm number 142 on your thumbs up there, buddy. We have 167 thumbs ups have come in already. Thank you all. We're 13 minutes away from opening this market. Thank you again. We're looking at Rocket Lab unchanged right now. SoFi up 16 cents. GameStop up 56. Matterport up 19. Let me double check my quotes here. We're up down 4 on 23andMe. We're up 1.9 cents, 2 cents on Spire. We're up 15 cents on Sextera. We're up 70 on Apple. Goldman, we're up 536 right now with $400.69. Cisco down a dime, and Tesla up down 328 to 1196. That seems to be the pre-market opening with 13 minutes to go in the day, I think. Just watching some of my pre-market quotes here as we're getting closer and closer to opening up the market today, and let's see what's happening. Noticing that Adam Aaron's resolution over at AMC is to refinance AMC. They say this might be a problem with his apes, because his apes do not want the company. They don't want the company to dilute itself anymore. But the problem is the company has to, I think, issue stock to actually raise the money, to go to the bankers and say, look, we got $1 billion we just raised here. I owe you $500 million. I can pay you off in full, or we could negotiate a new loan. And the banker says, so I'll tell you what, why don't you throw us $100 million of that, $500 million you owe us, and we'll negotiate the remainder at 2% less interest. How about that kind of a deal? And they might do that with 10 lenders, each one $500 million. They take $1 billion, they spend $1 billion, $100 million at a time, and they renegotiate the rest of their loan down by 25% less interest costs, by coughing up $1 million and dropping their loans down to $4 billion and lowering the interest rate by 25% and coming to the shareholders going, hey, we don't lose as much money now. But they need to raise about $2 or $3 billion more dollars to get themselves out of this hole they're in, because ticket sales aren't going to do it. Don't know how that's going to work. We'll see what's happening. Nelson, hey, Bruce, good morning to everybody. I'm number 144 on your thumbs up count right now. Joanne, Intel price target raised to $72. British shilling. GW, it was going by the size of your wig, laughing out loud. Odin's Pumpkin, probably Matterport and SoFi, because you can write options against them and make more to buy other two you mentioned. Make money in buying the others. Rob is a new Gold Bagel member. right here, right now on this channel. And I want to say thank you, Rob, for your continued support of this channel. And I appreciate you being here as always. And let's make money today. Love having you around. Welcome back, my man. Aura Kilt says Adventure Duncan. I'm not sure what this is all about. Rob, let's go. Alexander, any pay raise less than 6% in 2022 is not even adjusting for inflation. It equals robbing employees. It means you're getting a pay cut. If you're getting a 3% raise this year, you're taking a pay cut. If your company's making 20% more money and you're getting a 3% raise, they don't need you anymore. They are taking advantage of you, figuring you haven't got the guts to walk. You aren't smart enough to figure it out. You're being hoodwinked by our, how much we love you, they tell you, but they're not giving it to you in paper and cash. I'm just guessing. Just saying. I don't know. Nick, I think somewhere there. Good morning, Uncle Bruce. I'm number 20 on 128, I think there. Thanks, Nick, buddy. Welcome, my friend. Michael, why did banks borrow $4.5 trillion from the Fed in 19 for emergency liquidity? Well, again, Michael, they may have borrowed it, but it was probably overnight borrowing, and then they just repaid it back the next day. In other words, we need $100 million overnight for a payroll for General Motors. We're giving them a payroll loan overnight. It's a 3-day loan, and they need $500 million. We have $400 million handy. We need $100 million quick. And 2 days later, they paid $100 million back, and they give the Fed $3,000 in interest, or whatever the minuscule amount it is. And then you add it up over the year and go, oh wow, corporate America borrowed $4.5 trillion. Oh God, what's wrong with corporate America? Nothing. It's just called business. The bigger, the better. Joe, gold bagel upgrade worth every penny, says Joe. And the secret is Uncle Bruce is still in his jammies early in the morning when he does his morning updates pre-show. He does his gold bagel member investor alerts live for gold member followers only. And he's hardly wearing anything. It's incredible. Nick, hey, Rob, welcome back, man. Where were you, man? Nice, just to have it with low interest rate. Why not? Rob, Nick, thanks, buddy. I was just spending the holidays with family and decided to take a break from the show as well. Kept checking my portfolio, mind you. Oscar says, hey, I'm number 150 on the thumbs up meter, Bruce. Just so you know, you're at 150. I show now 196. Is this awesome or what? 196 thumbs ups, and we're going to go live trading in about 8 minutes. Fantastic, everybody. 154.59 on GameStop, up $1.75 on 4,700. Goldman 401.50 now. The Dow up 169, S&P up 17, NASDAQ up 32. That's what's going on here. Well, let's see what happens. Nice is saying NVM US 2019. Alberto, Spire buy $4 contracts expiring Feb 18, 20 cents. Is that too soon? $4 Spires, 20 cents. It's kind of close. I would be, I would want to be out into the summertime. Just really 20 cents. I get what you're saying. $20 a contract, or is it $2 a contract? $2 a contract, or whatever. The $20 a contract. I'm sorry, my math is off today. Cheap gamble, isn't it? I know what you're saying. Miraculous 151. Good morning, Cindy B. Waiting on the Ford Maverick. Joanne, Alberto, buy more time. Yeah, there it is. Or shares. I agree, Joe. Alexander, speaking of F-150, I'm waiting for an EV. That's that, what's that, the Ford Lightning or something, the 150 Light, I don't know. Alberta, Joe, thank you. Thinking same after asking the question. It might be too soon. Michael, Goldman Sachs, Citigroup, JP Morgan, Chase had received $4.5 trillion in accumulative loans the last quarter of 19 under its emergency repo loan operations for a liquidity crisis. So the emergency part confuses me. This is pre-COVID. Again, it's just, they call it that. It's just overnight window. It's a nothing burger. Absolutely nothing burger, and nothing to be worried about. Nazareth, yeah, Uncle Bruce, I'm happy with my package. Right on. Coyote, 3% raises our pay cuts these days. Alberto, Coyote, 100%. Nice. Alexander, waiting on new lightning. JW, our raises have been 2 to 3% for years. We got 4 or 5% maybe 10 years ago, but those days are gone. That was plenty, Bruce. Thank you, says Samuel. Yes, it's amazing. Nice. Is it pretty? Is the truck pretty? JW, thinking of doing a poor man's cover call. Which stocks have you all targeted for this strategy? JW, we've been talking about this for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. Where the heck have you been? Are you not listening? We love Goldman Sachs, Apple. We're talking now Cisco as another one. IBM could be another one. Just kind of hang around and absorb. Flash infection with constant barrage of seemingly more fear, pandemic, COVID, hospital news. I'm not expecting green anytime soon. Rob, let's go morning run. Want to write some 160s on GameStop for Friday. Cool hand, Lee. Happy New Year. 183 thumbs now. Thank you. Velvos, I had a stink bid that hit yesterday on buying back my GameStop 170 for Friday. So I'm with you, Rob. I'm ready to write too. Velvos, nice going. Alexander, good luck with the truck, man. DQ, a technical glitch. Michael Hunt, a technical glitch in September 19 caused short-term interest rates to surge well above Fed's target range. We are getting ready to open here in 4 minutes. The Goldman is up to 402 almost. We're up 170 on the Dow. We're up 17 on S&P, and we're up 31 on NASDAQ. Coyote, Rob, it's good to see you, buddy. Alberta, my raise was a 10% increase since learning about stink bids. I sent a return email stating I would be more comfortable at 20%. I was joking, but the stink increase worked. True story. Laugh out loud. True story. Yep, sometimes you put a stink offer into your employer. Employer says, well, what kind of raise would make you happy? And you come in there saying, well, I'm thinking 20%. Because I haven't had a decent raise in 5 years, and the employer looks at your employment history and figures out the cost to replace you is 30% more, and they give you 20, but they offered you 5. Yes, how about that, Michael? DQ, so glitch in the matrix. Rob, good to be back. DQ, why the Fed pumps billions in the repo market? Why? Coyote, switched companies for a 25% raise in August, says Coyote. You have to do that these days. If employees want to retain workers, they have to pay up, period. DQ, was it the same cat or a similar cat? Diane, I'm a new member. Please explain what the gold membership is about. Diane, it's a simple, if you're a regular member, you can comment here and use the emojis all you want and all that sort of stuff. If you're a gold BAGEL member, which is a brand new level I just created Thursday last week, you can comment here. You can also join me every morning live on a quick 5 to 10 to 15 minute pre-market investor alert bulletin type show that I put together. It's a quickie. I don't talk to you. I don't take questions. I just bring out a series of things you need to know about this morning before the pre-market show even starts. This is helping people who are looking to write options, who are wondering what to do with their stock, what to look out for today, what I saw overnight in Europe, Asia, what's happening pre-market this morning with the stocks we're following, whatever. And so this is a new feature that is now available Monday through Friday. Every day the markets are open. I'm on usually around 6:30 in the morning Eastern time, 7 o'clock. You can watch it live if you want, or you can watch my pre-market update, the alert update on my community tab. You just click on it. As a gold BAGEL member, you have exclusive access to that. And that is winning over a lot of my viewers. They're going, yeah, this is worth it to get this daily first thing in the morning alert that covers what we're doing. But on top of that, you also now are invited on Wednesday nights. So this will be tomorrow, 8 o'clock Eastern time, Wednesday evenings, for a live Uncle Bruce show where it's a Q&A, and you can ask me anything you want every Wednesday night, 8 o'clock Eastern time. It's about an hour-long show, roughly. And that used to be available for all members. Now it's exclusive to Gold BAGEL members only. So those are the 2 extra perks that now gold members receive: the daily pre-market alert and the Wednesday night prime time 8 o'clock show. So I hope you consider joining. Some of the folks here are already in, a number of them, and they seem to be happy with this. DQ could have been the same, says Michael. Rob, if the bed is empty, we're Jen. Flint, I own a second company, and sales were above average until the last quarter. Then the drop was significant. I fear this may be true of a lot of companies. Glenn, the golden bagel sounds tempting. I'm thinking, bagel, babe, I don't know what number am I, but good morning, everybody. Thank you so much. We're opening now. This is awesome, Rob. This family shows she sleeps in her own bedroom. Rob, just to see Bruce in his jammies is worth it, I think, though. Loving this lamp too, or not lamp. Sean, hey, Uncle Bruce, what time do you do the gold alerts? Thanks for all you do. No set time. It varies in the morning depending on just how much is going on. I think this morning I was live at, was it 6:30 Eastern? I can't remember what time I was live. 7:30 Eastern. I don't remember. It's a blur to me because it's so early in the morning. It's a blur to me. We're open now, and I welcome you all. Rob, this is the only fans room. Roland, Bruce, so there will be no notifications for your old members. If yes, I'm leaving. There will be notifications from time to time for all members on any major news. If I'm covering something different or whatever, there will be notifications. But every morning, there will be a live, exclusive live 5-10 minute daily alert for gold bagel members. And that's what I've added to this channel for that service, plus the primetime show. There it is. Kareem, nothing burger, bro. It's nothing. Damn it, Jim. Good morning, everybody. Michael, I'll take a 4.5 trillion nothing burger any day. Alberto already hit his employee with a stink bin and dared the market to take him out. Let's see. I switched jobs in 2020. I got a 50% salary increase. Well done. Zed is here. Good morning, everybody. Papa Gamer. Don't even care if it's a red day today. After 3 months with a bruised leg, a busted leg, I just got cleared to drive again. Amazing how much you rely on something. Isn't that something? Inderman, come on, Goldman, don't you know I wrote a 405? Damn it, let's go. Larry, there's the bells from Larry. I'm just behind right now. We're up and running here. The Goldman Sachs is 404 right now, up 889. GameStop at the moment looks like at a 151.19, down 165. Interesting how this goes. Munimo has just upgraded to become a gold member level member. Thank you, Munimo, for that. Welcome to the family here. Alberto, Larry, 1 minute. Whoop, Larry, where'd he go? Let's go. Gold Bagel, think 80 supermodels. We don't wake up for less than $10,000 a day. Samuel, Larry. Nicholas says, I'm number 219. Thank you. Daniel, hello, Team Bagel. Welcome, everybody, to the show. 402 to 403 on Goldman now, up 811. Again, don't know how far this will carry, but the stock has been underpriced. I've been screaming for months it's underpriced. It's nice to see the move. Those of you who are riding 390, 95s, 400s, keep an eye on this market. If it wants to reach this 405, 407 range, you might consider a rollover where you buy back your existing contract and write a 410 for Friday or next Friday or the Friday after. Check the premiums and make your move there. And lock in a higher price. Absolutely, and enjoy the gain on your existing contract. Thank you very much. Munimo, diamond. We got Rocket Lab down a dime at 12.10 right now. SoFi up 13 cents to 15.81. GameStop down 134. Matterport up 26 to 19.87. ME up a nickel to 7.17. Spire up 11, $3.60. ATIP at 3.45 up 6. We've got Smart Rent unchanged, and we have Sixtera up 2. Pardon me. Excuse-moi. 403.33 on Goldman Sachs. We're up 195 on the Dow, up 195 on the Dow, up 16 on S&P. We're down 7.8 on NASDAQ. It's a mixed market this morning. Interesting. Oh, pardon me. Papa Gamer, actually, now that I heard you say it, Uncle Bruce, I prefer a green day today, please, and thank you. Damn it, Jim, my hospital is super short-staffed, and nobody is applying. This week, it is the deadline for people to get their vaccine. Going to be an interesting and scary month. Wow. Hospital workers are under such pressure. It's unbelievable. Let's go is here. Anyone, why not let a covered call expire worthless instead of buying back or rolling? Especially if it's decreasing. Thanks. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that, except the thing is that if your covered call is down to, say, 50 cents value with 3 or 4 days to go, you're probably better off buying it back now with 3 or 4 days to go at that price and writing a new one for a week or 2 or 3 at much higher premiums. Because you do the math and you go, hey, I wrote this call for $2.50. It's now worth 35 cents. I can only make 35 more cents in the next 3 days. Where if I buy it back now for 35 cents and write a brand new one for $2.50, and it's a 10-day time frame, I'm making 25 cents a day every day for 10 days rather than 35 cents for the last 3 days. This is where you're only making 11, 12 cents versus 25 cents a day. That's the difference, my friend. Just something to consider. Alberta, cold-like symptoms, get tested. Michael, I only buy to write one again for more premium. There you have it. Coyote, let's go. It could take a run. You can buy back, lock in profits, ready to write again for more money. Everyone's getting it. Everyone here's getting it. Welcome, everybody. It's the beauty of this channel where people are helping people out. 403.21 on Goldman Sachs. We're up $8 a share. Let's continue on here. Let's continue on. We've got Smart Rent unchanged. We have ATIP at 346, Spire at 356. We have Cyxtera at 1252, up 2. AMC down 39 cents. Robinhood down 52. Vanik up $1.24. Home Depot up 90. IBM up 70 cents to 136.74. Dow up 198.35. SP up 17. The Nasdaq now unchanged. We've got Microsoft down $1.40, but Apple is up 4 cents to 182.05. The high today on Apple, 182.90. That is a new all-time high, and that put the company briefly over $3 trillion in value. All right. Tesla down 986 to 1189. Bed Bath Beyond up 6 cents. BlackBerry up 2. Royal Caribbean up 212 to 82.95. That is a put opportunity like you cannot believe. $83 now on Royal Caribbean, raising $700 million more to do rollovers in debt. I do not see the merit in this stock being this high. It is, though. Goldman is up 946 to 404.78. Cisco's down 14 to 62.66. Norwegian Carnival both up about 33 cents for Norwegian Carnival, up 65. Amazon is up 16.50. Facebook is up 79 cents. Pardon me. Facebook's up 79. Google is up $14. Costco down 6 cents. Walmart down 55 cents. American Airlines up 44 cents to 19.20. Moderna up 3.75 to 2.39 now. 3.95. 2.39 a share on Moderna. The low of the morning, 2.31. Now recovering to 2.39 on Moderna. Trading very, very low on a multiple level. Watching that closely, as always. Rocket Lab still down 17 at 12.03. SoFi up 14 to 15.82. GameStop down 188 at 150.96. Volume 100,000 shares on GameStop. Quiet start with no news. Matterport down 11. ME unchanged. Spire up 5.5. ATIP up 2. Smart Rent unchanged. Cyxtera up 2 cents. That's it. That's the dealio. Let's see. Let's Go says, I get it. Now I know why I'm buying these back with 3-4 days to go. Now I understand. Time is money. Yes. There we have it. There we have it. Everyone's helping. Let's Go out here. If there's a big enough drop, you can make more by buying back and waiting for recovery and rewriting. It depends on the specific situation. Let's see. SoFi jumping around 10-20 cents quickly this morning, says Rob. Watching these all very closely. 405 on Goldman. We are getting that $10 pop I was wondering about. Nice recovery from a week and a half ago from that 368 level. I know some of you were picking off 330, 340, 350 in the money contracts last week. You're being well rewarded now for that move. Now you can start getting ready to write calls against the stock here. I just want to see how it pops along here. You might start writing 410s for Friday. You might be writing 415s for next week or something in between that level. It all depends on the pricing of the contracts, the premiums you can get, and which contracts basically are available to write. For this Friday, You can be writing 410s, 415s, 420s, 425s. The 405 right now is showing, or was showing, 103 to 14. The 410 was showing 49 to 60 cents. Something tells me that these are pumping up a little bit right now, because I think my quotes are a bit behind this market right now. So these were last night quotes. The stocks up nicely. I know I'm definitely out of the loop as far as the quotes, live quotes, are going right at the moment. We'll wait a few more minutes and see what my quotes show. But Goldman looking good, up $10, 406 now, 1080 increase. Remember, whatever you're making on the contract that you have, the deep end of money contract for your poor man covered call writers out there, you're making $1 on your long contract. You're only losing 35 cents on the short one. I doubt you're losing as much. And you have the ability to do rollovers. So get ready. It looks like we're going to have some fun today. If you haven't written a contract yet on your Goldman because you're looking for a pop, you're getting it now, and you have it in front of you, and you can take a look at 410s perhaps for this week or next week or the week after, 415s as well, maybe even 420s for a month out if you want to go that far out, or 2 months out. It all depends on your your timing and what kind of how aggressive you are, I guess the way to say it. We're down 6 cents on Rocket Lab. We're coming back on at 12.14. We're down a penny on SoFi. It's 15.67.64. We're jumping about here. We reached a high of 15.86, a low of 15.56. We've traded 2.1 million on SoFi right now. GameStop down 167. Matterport down 9 cents to 19.52. The low was 19.25. Volume 575. So we dropped and we're coming on. It looks like ME 712 unchanged. Spire up 5.6 cents to 354. ATIP up 1.5 to 346. Smart Rent unchanged. Cyxtera 12.55 up a nickel. IBM up $1 to 137.05. It's a freight train for IBM or YBM. It's been just coming on and on. It's now back to the October levels. IBM has returned itself back to basically October trading levels. We haven't been here that long. We weren't higher than this even 6 months ago. The high of the year, 146, is the high of the last year, and that might have been in May of this year. 137, we're $9 away from the high of the year, but we're now back to sort of the September, October neighborhood for IBM. There you go. Interesting. Dow is up 207. We're up 19 on S&P. NASDAQ is slowly coming along, but it's only up 4 points. There is nothing happening on the NASDAQ market. This is not a full-blown market recovery surge. It's definitely a move with regards to the Dow. At 0.56% higher, S&P up 0.37, but the NASDAQ is down 3 points, okay? Keep an eye on that. That explains a lot on some of these other stocks. We're looking at most of our smaller stocks starting a little negative, tentative at the moment, even though the Dow is having a rip-roaring start. Down 8 cents on Rocket Lab, 8 on SoFi. We're down 175 on GameStop, down 27 on Matterport, down 2 on ME. We're up 2 on Spire, up 1.5 on ATIP, unchanged on Smart Rent, down a dime on Cyxtera. It gives you an idea that this market is going up in selected stocks only. Even Apple is off a dime, Microsoft off 98, Tesla up 378, Royal Caribbean up 194, Goldman up $10. Amazon up $6, Facebook up 4, and Google up 11. These aren't massive gains either on these issues. JP Morgan up 430 on a 166 stock. That's a good day today for JP Morgan. All right. Watching a lot at the same time as always. All right. What's going on here with comments? Let's see. Okay, Alexander is saying to LGB, I wrote 10 Goldman Sachs at $5.95 each. When they dropped to 4 cents, I bought them back and then waited. I'm still waiting so that I can write new ones as much higher price point. Midnight Adventure. Bruce, I see a lot of contracts on the option chain for a stock I'm interested in. Ironically, the 2-year contracts are way less upfront than 1 year. I don't understand. Well, if you like the long term, then you buy way out and do that. But Again, there are gamblers out there who just are blinded by the flashing lights of the slot machine that they're in front of, and they're not paying attention to the casino floor. Just in the corner over there, you can play that slot machine for way better odds, but they're stuck with this flashing show. I don't know what to tell you. Alexander, nice move. J Mac Bruce, just to notify the stream, Goldman's earnings are 14 days away, and those thinking of covered calls expecting to smash earnings again, this could be the volatility spike on options going into earnings. Could be. You never know. Alexander, man, so glad I listened to Uncle Bruce and held off writing Goldman Sachs calls. The 392 calls that I bought back last week can now be written much higher. 10 contracts ready to load. Roland, I see no reason to stay your member. Gold Bagel is like a second COVID shot. It doesn't work, but good habit. There will be a booster bagel, I guess. Old member Bruce, not a troll. It's all good. Whatever works for you. It doesn't work for you. It doesn't work for you. It's all right. Not to mention that I'm up like 30 grand on my Goldman Sachs alone in short order. I think it's working for Alexander, but it's not working for Roland. DQ, Michael, why IBM just texted me? You up? Smoked dog. I see Bruce is trolling us now with a tilted lamp and a tilted picture. I have no idea what you're talking about here. I'm in Creston with a backdrop behind me. It's a green screen. They just get put up there by random people. I don't know how this happens. The rumor is that I'm in Palm Desert. I don't know what you guys are drinking or smoking. I don't know what you're seeing. I can't help you. Cindy, I have a tour. I have two poor man covered calls on Goldman Sachs, both at 400, one for this Friday and one for next. Should I roll now? You could look at that. You could look at rolling out of the Friday one you have if you want. You don't have to, but you could, and roll into maybe 1 or 2 weeks further ahead, jump over the one for next Friday into the one after, and look at maybe a 405, which is at the money, or maybe a 410. Again, the dollars have to make sense. Whatever you're paying for this one that you have now, you want to receive as much capital or more for the next one you write further out. Now, it might be that you're writing 2 weeks out or 3 or 4 for a bigger premium take. Otherwise, just sit tight and just let this stock have a little run here. It's at 405.85. It's touched already 406.43. It's now 406.25. It may back off $5 in the next 15, 20 minutes as well. This is not the end of the day. It's only the beginning here. We'll have to see how this fares. Your contract will obviously fluctuate. If you're going to buy your contract back, it's a stink bid. And if you're going to write the next one, it's a stink offer. And so keep that in mind as well. Don't get caught with a wide spread on these trades. If the spread is 5, 10, 15 cents, not a big deal. Make your move. Get out, buy it back, write the other one. Bingo. But if the spread is 50 cents, 75 cents between bid and ask, stink bids to buy cheap, stink offers to sell high, and it doesn't have to be instantaneous. Okay, 406.70 now on the stock's a new high. Let it run. Let's see what it wants to give you. And way to go, Cindy. You are making money on your deep in the money contract. So way to go. Way to go. The other thing you can consider, Cindy, is you could look at, in theory, depending on which deep in the money contract you have, when you buy back your Friday call, you might sell off one of your deep in the money calls for a fat profit and buy a new in the money call at a higher strike price that's cheaper and keep the change. Keep that in mind too. You can just stagger, as you go kind of thing. 406.72 right now on Goldman. DQ says, wait it out. Mike, DQ, I traded 200 IBM for 1,600 SoFi. Hope I was right. DQ, Cindy B, don't roll until all the time premium is gone. There's that too. You have until Friday. That's a good trade, Mike, says Smoke Dog. DQ, Mike, that'll work sometime here. Time will tell, says Mike. Thanks, DQ, says Cindy. Adventures with Duncan, Matterport update other than yesterday. Nothing really. We're down 36 cents at 19.23, or down 38 cents. GameStop down 169 to 151.14. It was up all pre-market, and it is down 169 to start the day. Not interesting how that works. Spire is up 3.3 cents again. ATIP is now up 6. So Spire is 352. ATIP is 351. So they've both broken the 350 barrier. Let's go. Smart Rent down 9, Cyxtera down 13. The Dow up 223, S&P is up 18, and NASDAQ is down 69 cents. Or 69 points at the moment. 69 points. Oil is up 86 cents a barrel to 76.94. Goldman just hit 407 for a brief moment, 407.34. Just touched the $11 gain area here. Let's see. Matterport update other than yesterday. Nothing here. Jim just asking why with my Poor Man Bagel membership, will I receive any alerts at all, or is it just a comment here? You will get the occasional update from time to time like before, but to get the daily morning, first thing in the morning, live investor gold bagel investment alert, you must be a gold bagel member. Does that make sense? I hope so. Michael says, I have time. There you go. And to join me Wednesday nights, prime time, gold bagel membership is the level to join me Wednesday evening at 8 o'clock Eastern. That's hard to say fast. Bruce, how long do you think it'll take Matterport to get back to the 25-30 level? 5 minutes? When it wants to, 5 minutes. Maybe 15 minutes. But I can't tell you when that moment is. Right now, this stock is still, feeling its way around in this wild and wacky market we have. We're down 33 cents today. It's a nothing burger this morning. This 33-cent move is nothing. It's nothing. But this stock is certainly capable of going up $5-7 in a day without any issue. So, 5 minutes, Samuel, anytime. Damn it, Jim. Gotcha. Just was wondering. Right on, buddy. You betcha. 407.23 now on Goldman, up 11.90, 3% gain. The Dow is up 224. Looks like the high of the day. S&P up 17, but NASDAQ's down 20. We're not getting this full-blown, see-through, complete, market run. Like we're up 0.6% on the Dow, and no one else is joining the party to that level at all. Interesting. It should be grape jelly level for gold and schmear level for not gold. Thank you, DQ. Thank you for that. Let's see. Rocket Lab down a nickel. SoFi down 11. These are such small moves. GameStop down 3.34 though. Matterport down 47. ME down 3 cents. Spire up 4 cents. ATIP up 3. Smart Rent down 9. Cyxtera down 16. AMC down 50 cents. Robinhood down 58. Vanik is up 230. Home Depot up 145. IBM up 228 now to 138.32. The Dow is up 252. Microsoft down $1.40, but Apple's plus 37 cents. Tesla down $11 to $1,189.94. Bed Bath Beyond up 24 cents. BlackBerry up 7. Royal Caribbean up 156 to 82.40. Goldman 12.15 gain to 407.48. Cisco down 38 cents to 62.39. Norwegian up 18, Carnival up 48, Amazon down $7. There's another weak point on the Nasdaq. Facebook up 380, Google up $20. JP Morgan up 458, Costco down 161, Nvidia down 2, Netflix down $5. Snowflake down $11.99. Moderna down $6.17 to $2.28 again. Now $2.29. Workday down $8. DoorDash down $5.60. We have weakness in certain areas, strength in others. Boeing up $3 at $2.11. Not going anywhere here. Interesting market to say the least. It always is. Every day brings an interesting series of trades that we watch all the time. Let's see. Concord Grape, says Michael. Alberto DQ smile. Flash, someone out there bought Matterport shares 36 plus. I don't know what that means. Yeah, somebody bought it at $36 plus. That's right. Rob, burnt bagels for non-members. Renee Nielsen is here with a new membership, has become a Chillin' with Bruce member. Welcome, Renee. Welcome to the family. Nice to have you here in this channel. Comment with us all you like. I love you. Glad you're here. Damn it. Jim says, Rob, mine should be burnt with a shmia, I guess. DQ, laughing out loud, Rob, burnt cinnamon raisin. Will Carruthers, my mom just subscribed to this channel. Right on, way to go, Will. Red Solo, somebody bought GameStop at 420 plus. That's true. Rob, welcome, Renee. Way to go, Rob. Welcome, Rob, and welcome, Renee. Thanks, Rob. Everybody, 1 and a 2 and a 3. What's going to happen? Renee's profile pic just broke my brain. Rob, Red, still a better investment than Robinhood. There you go. Yeah, 408 on Goldman Sachs. Now we're up 11.97, almost $12 a share. Goldman Sachs having a wonderful morning, new high of the day. This is a $40 gain from a week and a half ago when we bottomed out at 368, which we shouldn't have been, but someone sold it down there. Why? I have no idea, but boy, are they regretting it now. $40 later, we're at 408, and writing 410s, 415s, and 420s have just come into view now. For those of you writing calls either this Friday, next Friday, the one after that, or the one after that, yep, all of a sudden we're back into the 400s on option writing. Fantastic. Gains are being made by poor man covered call writers on their base contracts. Beautiful. Rocket Lab only down 2 pennies. We're trying to go green. SoFi down 20. GameStop down 250, back to 150.32. Matterport down 69 cents, 18.92. Bargoon. ME down a dime to 702. Spire 353 up 4. ATIP 348 up 3. Smart Rent down 13. Sixtera down 28. The Dow 268 to the upside. Looks like near record highs. Definitely pushing all-time record highs. The Dow Jones is now at all-time record highs at 867. We just had touched it a moment ago. The Dow Jones is now at new all-time record highs. S&P, I think, is doing the same at 4815. NASDAQ at 15,800, down 21 points today. Not joining the party, but not really that bad off either. Go figure that. That's what's going on here with our market. Vanik up 225, Home Depot up 235, IBM up 234 to 138.38. Welcome back, YBM. Wow. What a run. Apple 182.80, the high of the day, 182.90, the high of all time, 182.90. We are just right at the all-time high for Apple, within pennies of it yet again on the Apple shares. Phenomenal trading. Tesla down 671 right now. Royal Caribbean at 82.90, up 207. Goldman 407.55 as we cover our favorites and watch these opening trades go through. All right. We having fun or what? I think we're having fun. Cheers, everybody from around the world. Thank you for joining me today. It's great to have you here. Hope you're staying warm in the winter months. Here in the desert, we're going to hit the 60s, high 60s, I think. And we're grateful for that. We don't want to be in the cold, cold weather. That would be bad. Don't want anything to do with it. 260 on the Dow right now with a 21-point drop on NASDAQ. Oil up 83 cents to 76.91. Okay. Alexander, thank you. Thanks a million again, Uncle Bruce. You can only imagine how my Goldman Sachs 340 calls bought at the bottom are doing right now. Not bad, man. 340 calls for poor man covered writing, and he's now $67 in the money at 407. Sweet ride. $6,700 a contract, and you can write contracts against those. That is how you make money as a poor man covered call writer. You take your positions and then you get ready to write. Fabulous. DQ, I think Myrna needs a booster. Nicholas, can someone tell SoFi it's going the wrong way? Red Solo, counting the hours down to prime time, Uncle Bruce. Tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, prime time tomorrow. Woohoo. We'll be back on the air tomorrow night. Goldman, 407.57. We're sort of topping out here. We hit 408. We seem to kind of hit a high. We back off $1. We kind of go up to back up. We're kind of, but it's doing great. 401 this morning, 408 now, 407.70 is the range right here. Very good. And like I say, writing 410s, 415s, and 420s are now in focus for Goldman Sachs, right here, right now. Hey, Sophie, don't go that way. That's where Henry went. Don't go where Henry went. That would be a bad idea. Henry, we never haven't heard a thing from Henry in weeks. And Donna, we have no idea what happened to her. Well, we kind of know what happened to her. And, she kind of was asking for it, wasn't she? Anyway, that's another story. That's a whole other story. We're not going there. Rocket Lab down 8, SoFi down 37 cents, down 31 on SoFi now. GameStop down 328, Matterport down 68, ME off 15 cents, Spire 352, ATIP 344. Just when I tell you, both of them broke 350. ATIP goes down on us. I mean, come on, you guys, give me a break. The Credit Savage, good morning, my fellow simpletons and Uncle Bruce. Seems the hedgies want to tell us we're in a bear market, yet we have all-time highs on everything. Read an article said retail investors should buy silver. I mean, give me a break. What can I say? The Dow is at an all-time, just about at all-time record highs here at 843, up 258. We got S&P up 17 and Nasdaq down 34. Headline: ISM Manufacturing Index falls to 57.8% in December from 61.1. That is below forecast. Will that affect the markets? We'll watch and see. That might be a brand new breaking news. We'll watch for that on the Dow. Nasdaq is off 42 now. The Dow still up 277. S&P up 17. The U.S. job openings fall in November to 10.6 million from 11.1 million the prior month. Another headline there. Hardly bad news. 10 plus million job openings in America. For job seekers, there is 1.5 jobs for every job seeker available in the United States right now. This is the workers. It's the workers' turn to make some money. About time. Haven't seen it this good since 2008, and that was on an artificial real estate run-up. This is a whole different ball game here. DQ, whoa, GME and AMC quick drop together. Joanne, Ricky, and Tammy have gone missing since Henry and Donna. They're old news. GameStop down 418 right now. The Dow at 283, still up here. 16-point gain on S&P, 57-point drop on Nasdaq. So Nasdaq is dropping. Dow is holding. We have more breaking news. 4.5 million Americans quit jobs in November, up from 4.2 million in October. And I think it was 4.1 million in September. More Americans continue to keep quitting. Drops. They're leaving. They're not interested in the crap pay, the crap benefits. They're walking. Many Americans are going on their own, doing their own thing, making more money on their own than suffering fools gladly. Congratulations, America. The Great Awakening has been happening in the job market now for over 6 months, if not a year. The huge awakening is going on. A number of those are you guys. You guys are now becoming full-time market participants looking to write options as a living and make some money in on investment. Congratulations to all of you. 406 here on Goldman, 405.92 right now, off from the 408.47 price that we touched a few moments ago on Goldman, 406.06. Right at the moment. GameStop 148.87 down 397. SoFi down 57 to 15.11. Rocket Lab down 24. Little dip going through right now. Matterport off 89. ME down 25. Spire down a nickel. ATIP down 3.5. SmartRent down 18. Cyxtera down 47. Everything's red everywhere. So Vanek Vectors just went red. The Dow still up 269, up 264, but Nasdaq off 76. We got Home Depot at 158. That's backing up. IBM still climbing, 138.51, up 247. Microsoft is falling again, down 189. Apple slipping a little, down 39 cents. Tesla down 17.50. Low profit taking coming in on that $1,200 hit. We're now at 11.82 on Tesla. Bed Bath Beyond up a dime, but slipping. BlackBerry down 6. Royal Caribbean still 82.86, but backing off a bit, still up 203. Goldman, like I said, 406.83, 407 again on Goldman. Banks are climbing today. Cisco down 35 cents to 62.44. $1.04. Amazon down $22. Facebook up $1.30. Alphabet up 16. That's Google. So we're getting some of the FANG stocks in the red, couple in the green, watching everything. GameStop is down with 225,000 volume, says Beach Boy. Yep, GameStop 149.44, the low of 148.10, 232,000. Yeah, it's the opening 35 minutes. Not a lot, but there's just all kinds of stuff happening in the background that I'm watching. I'm surprised GameStop actually isn't up $10 today. I'm actually surprised, but here it is, 149.67. We're watching. Anti-PC headline, space SPACs look to rebound in 2022. Of the 9 space companies, only Rocket Lab finished the year with its shares trading above the price when its merger closed, up 6% since late August, said the article. That was out yesterday, I think, too. The drop in share price was significant in many cases. Black Sky, Momentus, and Spire all closed the year down more than 60% from where they started trading, with Spire down nearly 2/3, says Anti-PC. Scully, Cyxtera is killing me. Cyxtera is killing me. 12.04 down 47 cents. It's had a good run. We know how Cyxtera goes, though. Down 46 cents first thing in the morning, and then it's up $1 at the end of the day. It just defies logic sometimes. It is what it is. It does what it does. What do we got here? Beach Boy, Uncle Bruce, what's a good stink offer for GameStop April 270s? What do you think? Should I buy them back if I get them cheap? What do you think I should do to scoop those babies up? Let's take a look at those April 270 calls that our friend Beach Boy is sitting on. He wrote them, and he's trying to score them back nice and cheap. Let's see if I can get my biggest iPad to settle down and behave a little bit. It's quite twitchy today. Here we go. April calls on GameStop 270s. Where am I right now? That is not doing what I wanted. No, of course, I'm looking at, it would help if I had the right stock. Let me just give me a second here. Man, here we go. Let's get that one in there. Here we go. There's GameStop. Hello. We're up 286 on the Dow, going higher. This news coming out, not stopping the Dow, going higher. Let's see here. Contracts on GameStop for April. GameStop Aprils. Oh man, I'm getting my iPad is really not behaving right now. Hang on. Okay. Pardon me, folks, while I do my darndest here. Okay, here we go. April 270 contracts are bid ask right now on my computer, which is a little behind, $8.95 to $11.75. The 260s are $8.95 bid. The 250s are $11.10. The 280s are $8.65 bid. The 290s are $8.25 bid. The 300s are $7.65. Looks like we're kind of bottoming out here at the moment in this $8.9-9.50 range. The bid ask is $8.95 to $11.75. At the moment, on a 270 contract, yeah, I'm there's no hurry here. There's no hurry. I mean, they're worthless, obviously. I mean, they're so out of the money. The stock's 148.94 now, down 390. These 270s have no business having any value at all, but they're carrying an 8.95 bid at the moment. That's too much, my opinion. I put in like a 505 bid, but I mean, if you can put in a bid for the rest of the week, 505. But I doubt you're going to get them. And so there's no need to worry at the moment, even to bother. If the shares, backed off $10 today, then maybe these will drop $1 to $7.95 or something. Time is the equalizer here. This is the 4th of January. These die on the 14th of April. So, February, March, April, 90 days plus 10. They die in 100 actual days, of which trading days are like, 80? So they're going to drop a dime a day, average to nothing. They're just going to drop to nothing. So at the moment, just sit, don't do anything. Just let them just look awful. And they do. They look terrible. June 220s, I know someone who has those. They're right now 22.25 to 25.05. And 230s are 1950 bid, the 240s are 1745 bid. These are heading down as well. Of course, June's, they have a little more time to live, but they're out of the money too. They will continue to depreciate and deteriorate once they get down to that 10 neighborhood, worthy of a look. But right now, even those Aprils, I would just leave them alone. Excuse me while I whip this out. Says, damn it, Jim. Zed Beach Boy, do you have covered calls for April? Yep, he does. He wrote them for a big money on a rollover. Beautifully done. Good morning, Bruce. Goldman Sachs has been moving very well to open the year. Do you believe the 420 range by the end of the month be realistic? George, anything's possible with Goldman Sachs to that level. But today it is up 12. The stock's up 1258 to 407.91 with a high of 408. Certainly 420 is in range. Certainly that's $13 away, less than that.
You can see it from here.
You can see it from here with a $12 gain today, obviously. But will it? That's the question. And how will the Dow react? We're up 302 on the Dow now. This is all by itself running higher. S&P up 15 points. It's not joining the party. NASDAQ down 75. It's definitely not joining the party. We're up 0.85 of 1% on the Dow 30 right now. That's what's going on at this moment. So, Goldman is part of the story today. And as I said earlier, rollovers could be done now because we've been kind of topping out here between 405 and 408 the last half an hour, 40 minutes. Rollovers could be done right now and position yourself into 410s, 415s, or 420s between now and a month from now. And just see how it reacts. There you go, taking some premiums. Jen, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm busy today. Dizzy.
You're sounding a little phlegmy.
Mm-hmm. I am a little phlegmy.
It's always appealing.
Just a hunk. He's such a hunk of a phlegmy guy. Yeah. What can I say? Yeah, we're off on some of our stocks, but that's the way they go. They move. They fluctuate.
Goes straight up.
That's true. That's how this market is. That's sometimes how this market reacts. I'm looking, though, at penny drops on a lot of our favorites. Nothing too serious here. So these stocks can turn around so quickly. Yeah. Down less 20 cents, 20%, 5 cents here, 3 cents here. Yeah, no big deal. The U.S. manufacturing grew at its slowest pace in 11 months in December. Makes sense. Sense. Supply chain problems. COVID, staffing problems, deniers, people dying and not coming back to work. Little things like that. Where are those 5 guys that didn't get vaxxed? Oh, they've got laryngitis. Oh, and next week, where are those? How'd that laryngitis going? Oh no, they died from laryngitis. Oh, the laryngitis got them, huh? Yeah, that's interesting. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's happening too. A lot of manufacturing centers are running out of employees because of attrition, not getting a vaccine, quitting their jobs because they're not getting paid enough money. I mean, that's what's happening. 408 on Goldman Sachs, hitting a high of the day right now. We're trying to hit a new high of the day on Goldman.
Well, it's because they're watching your channel and they're making so much money in the options market.
See, that's the other thing. We got so many people out there who are watching Stock Markets with Bruce, and they're not telling anybody. And they're making all this money writing options, following me all the time. They're not going to work, and so we're contributing
on that line.
We're contributing to that, but we're contributing to the wealth of the country because of all the money you're making. How about that? So yeah.
So you know what that deserves?
A bagel.
It deserves a bagel.
It deserves a bagel. What kind of bagel we're gonna have? I'm thinking shmia today.
Okay.
Maybe a shmia.
I can do that.
Big time shmia bagel. We got shmia. We have Philadelphia.
I only have 2 full boxes left.
2 bricks of Philadelphia cream cheese. And we were in our Costco the other day. There weren't any there.
3/4, 7/8 of a third one that's in the container.
We got shmia.
I'll get you shmia.
We're looking good. Thank you. Thank you, Auntie Jen, so much. Fantastic. We're laughing on the schmia, but what can I say everywhere else? It's fun, fun, fun. Let's see here. Do you remember just before Christmas and we were past the selling, laughing out loud? Giotti, we come here for the phlegm, Jen. Get with the program. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Yeah. Credit Savage is saying Notorious Bear, Jim, I think it's Jim Rogers, who founded Quantum with George Soros, says the biggest bear market ever is coming. Laughing out loud. Investors should take their money out of the market and buy corn or silver. But why not him, really? Damn it, Jim Giotti jumped straight off the high dive. Hopefully there's some trampoline under it. Let's see. This time last week, I bought 155s for GameStop. Pepperidge Farm remembers. John Anderson, hello, Jen. Let's see, Jen for the win. Credit Savage, he also says we must buy silver and copper. Retail investors must be saved from themselves, apparently. Hilarious how they will keep their money in the market, and he's made a fortune during bear markets, laughing out loud. Damn it, Jim, waiting for the day that Jen says, get your own damn bagel. Larry, good morning, Jen. There's a PC, there's a cream cheese shortage. Seriously, there is. DQ, anti-PC, yep, it was big news last week. I just sold all of my GameStop, invested all earnings into corn futures. There you go. DQ, SoFi, sub 415, and DQ, $15. So sub $15 on SoFi. Showing it at 15 exactly at this second, 1193 on Rocket Lab. GameStop 147.55 right now. Matterport 1874, ME 690, Spire 344, HIP 343, SmartRent 935, Sextera 1198, AMC 2552 down a buck. Robinhood down 81 to 1763. Vanek Vectors 314.78 down 82 cents. Home Depot up a buck 40. IBM up 314 to 139. IBM 139 a share. Dow is up 277. Microsoft down 153. Apple down 44. Tesla down 1945. Royal Caribbean up $2. Goldman up $12. 407.50. We may have topped out on Goldman Sachs for the moment. Michael bought a pallet of cream corn. Am I rich now? DM Giotti, Maze, the force be with you. Auntie, I must have missed the news. I know because I've been shopping for it and I'm not getting my usual brand and I'm not getting my usual kind of cream cheese. Why is there a cream cheese shortage? Also, might be dairy related because I couldn't get my usual Publix fat-free half and half. See? The cows are holding off now. Damn it, Jim, I got to go to work. See y'all later. Damn it, Jim, get some cream and cream cheese on the way home today. Wow, what's going on? I don't know. It's doing what it's doing because it does what it does. It's the way it be. We'll see how this market rolls and turns and twists and shouts and everything else. We're down 113 on the NASDAQ. That's down 0.72 of 1 percentage point. The Dow was up 0.78 of 1 percentage point. That is a 1.5% differential between the gain of New York and the drop of NASDAQ. We do not have a uniform up market here. We got some certain stocks doing well, certain stocks not. We have S&P in the middle going, we're up 10.8 points, but we don't know what to do. We're up 0.23 of a percentage point. What's going on here? Is this Dow going to keep going, or is the NASDAQ going to drag the Dow down? Or is the Dow going to drag NASDAQ up, or are we all going to be unchanged at the end of the day? What's going on? Skole, I knew I shouldn't have sold my Sextera contract when it hit an all-time high. I knew I should have. I should have sold it. DQ, there was a cyber attack. I'm not kidding. There was a cyber attack on the dairy industry. A fintech sector getting crushed today, along with AFRM, apparently. All right, well, whatever's happening is happening. 1190 on the Rocket Lab is down 30 cents. $14.99 on SoFi. GameStop 147.62 down 5.21. Matterport 18.78 down 88 cents. 18.73 down 88 cents. ME down 23 at 6.89. Spire 3.44. ATIP 3.43. They're down 5 and 2 cents respectively. SmartRent 9.32 down 26. Sextera down 52 cents to 11.98. That's what we have on most of our favorites. 139.37 on IBM. Wow, what a run. Goldman Sachs up 1285 to 408 right now. We're at the high of the day right here. Looks like 408.49 was the high of the day, and we're right in that neighborhood right now on Goldman. But it might be this might be the time to do rollovers and start looking at writing Goldman calls for big money. Might be the time. We'll see. We'll find out. Anti-PCY DQ. Rob, I looked away for 1 minute and everything is crashing. Laugh aloud. This crazy market. DQ, one of the U.S.'s biggest dairy companies, had to shut down for a few days right before the holidays due to some ransomware attack. Isn't that some attacking cows? Isn't that crazy? That's crazy stuff. What can I say? More than 1 million COVID cases were reported on Monday in the United States, an all-time record. New Year's Eve, Christmas, New Year's Eve, traveling, family gatherings. What did Fauci say? Don't do it. He said, don't do it, but they did it. And here we go. That virus is spreading. So many willing victims willing to catch it all over the place. It is what it is. None of us are immune from catching this thing. It's just a question of what does it do to us? That is the question now. I think that is the question now. Oh my gosh, my glasses are just awfully dirty. I'm having a heck of a time here. It used to be so much easier. It's not that easy anymore, you know. Things have changed. Doing the best I can. Whoa, hello everybody. We're back. And we're back. We're up 304 on the Dow, 304.801. That's kind of the high of the day. New all-time high for the Dow. New all-time record high, 36,897 on the Dow. S&P up 13. NASDAQ down 101. That is what's going on. A record 4.5 million Americans quit their jobs in November. This is not stopping. We're talking 4 million a month now for 3-4 months in a row. 12 to 16 million Americans have walked away from full-time employment saying, I'm out of here. I'm not playing this game anymore with you guys. That cubicle game, I'm not coming back to that cubicle. No, thank you. I think I'll do my own thing at home. I think I'll be a consultant now. I'll be a freelancer. Maybe I'll work for 3 companies instead of 1. Maybe I'll work for 5 companies instead of 1. Maybe I and my husband or maybe I and former coworkers who've all walked out are going to form our own little consortiums, our own little consulting practices. And this person does writing, this person does graphics, this person does mathematics, this person does this and that and that. And we're forming a little entity, and we're now hiring ourselves out, corporation to corporation. We're now going after corporate work, corporate to corporate contracts, way more money per hour for each of us now because we're partners. There are 5 of us. Each have a 20% interest in this company. We're now moving forward in our own direction. Thank you very much. We're no longer going to be saps inside the company with 2% pay raises anymore. Thanks, but it's over. Sorry. And we're earning triple, quadruple what we used to earn per hour on a per person basis because we own the company with which we perform our services. And we're just not interested anymore in, the old ways. The world has changed, and has it ever changed? Add in labor shortages and you have a cream cheese shortage. You see, people are eating cream cheese at home now, not at the office. I don't know. I'm reading an article right now that says Kraft is saying that it's in high demand from the pandemic because everybody is home baking. I also saw an article about the cyber attack too. Splair, if they know it now, they had to catch it while buying stuff for New Year's Eve. If they have it now, that's it. Or some of them already caught it through Christmas. Swear you got it, my friend. DM, I am included in the December number, says DM. Samuel Bruce, what do you make of the SoFi's lower app downloads for December compared to previous months? I just guess holiday time, probably. Just a hunch. 1504 right now in SoFi, by the way. $12 on Rocket Lab. GameStop down 454. It's actually up a little bit. Matterport still at 1865. ME 691 down 21. Spire 343. ATIP 340 right now. They had just broken 350 about an hour ago. Now they're at 340 range. Go figure. Smart Rent down 32 to 926 and Sixtera 1199. Auntie, I need it for my morning bagels. Kraft, get moving here. BW, 1 hour in, so many in the red. Splayer. So the numbers can probably still get higher because of the New Year's parties. Oh yeah, oh yeah. You'll be at 2 million next week. 2 million a day. Just wait for it. It's coming. The deniers are denying and denying, but the numbers are surging. We were at 70,000. America was at 70,000 a month ago. Now it's a million. It's going higher. There you have it. 408 on Goldman right now. 408 to 73. New all-time high here at 75. So Goldman offering you the opportunity to cash in on some money here by doing rollovers and writing call contracts. The Dow Jones up 312 points, and S&P up 13 points, but the Nasdaq's down 105. Interesting. Brent oil in Europe hit $80 a barrel, but in Texas it's 77.34 right now. It's up 126 today. No need for it to be here, but it is. A splitter. Hope for them all that they get soft COVID symptoms. Joe, I hope every third Super Bowl commercial is SoFi. Blow that ad budget. There you go. Yeah, my daughter had COVID through the holidays. She got it right around Christmas. Stayed in the house with her boyfriend and the son. All three of them had it. They've all recovered. They all test negative now. They're all back to normal. And so there you go. Yeah, it is spreading everywhere. Oh, Jen, thank you so
I found
much.
a better size plate, very colored.
Look at that. Holiday colors. Yeah.
Fiesta colors.
Fiesta. Ooh-wee.
Yeah.
Thank
Okay.
you. Thank you. Thank you. Got the bagels going.
Got the bagels.
Giddy up.
Had to toast it twice to get it dark enough. I'm still
toast it twice to get it really nice.
It's gonna take a while.
So what do you think about Ben's last game yesterday? Ben Roethlisberger played his last home game yesterday.
Yes, he did. And it was, you look through colored glasses, always. That he personally did not have a good game. His throwing is not what it used to be, and he's totally immobile.
Right.
But Najee was great, and I read on the NFL app that T.J. Watt had turned the Browns defenseman into a human turnstile, because he was just twisting around every time and got 4 sacks. So he actually has a chance of beating Michael Strahan's record, which seemed really out of grasp. Wow. But it was perfect. It was the Hollywood ending that he got to take a victory knee. And he got to be out on the field. But then, as I said to you last night, it's the same as it used to be with the Stanley Cup. That there's so many people on the field. That he's surrounded by 30 media,
50 press, yeah.
That he can't even move. It's not like the other team could come up and congratulate him. That he's just surrounded. Mm-hmm. But it was nice. He did the victory lap. He got to hug his wife and his daughters, and it was good. Now we just have to hope that
19 other things happen.
Well, it's just one thing. The Colts have to beat the Jaguars.
The Jaguars have to beat the Colts.
And even though the Jags are at home, and you always get a little edge for home field, it's the Colts against
the Jags. Steelers have to win in Baltimore.
And they have to win in Baltimore, yes. And that's a hard one too, but it's not as hard as the Jags beating the Colts. Let's be serious here.
Well, it's going to make for an interesting weekend. Who's in, who's out?
Absolutely. And we've had Hollywood endings before. Bettis, who never fumbles the ball, fumbled the ball against said Colts. And Roethlisberger, not known for his tackling techniques, grabs him by the ankle and saves the pick six that was about to happen there. Not a pick six.
The fumble recovery on the goal line.
Yeah. It was, yeah.
Unbelievable.
That was one of those moments
Unthinkable.
where you're like, what? No, what? Yes, we're still alive. Yeah.
Oh my.
But I think all the fans who were in the stadium were very thrilled that even though it was cold, it was a cold night.
Yeah.
They got to see a W, so
Got to wish Ben the best.
they got to wish him the best. And
Steeler for life. Steeler
Yes.
for life.
that's right. They were showing the 5 top passing quarterbacks, and the first 4 were all at a variety of teams, where Ben is the only one who's only been at one team. See, there's that hair. You've got this one hair that is just out to torture me. I'm going to be cutting that puppy off. Maybe just like, zzz. Oh, maybe some sidewalls. What do you think?
Help me.
Sidewalls, and then we could pull this down to the front.
Blink twice.
You seem to be blinking a lot there, Bruce. Did you get something in your eye? Yeah. So this morning the golf course is all covered in dew again.
Frost.
Frost.
We're covered in frost.
Is it frost?
Yeah.
Is it dew?
It's frost.
It's cold dew. Wind chill, it was minus 44 in Calgary.
Ooh. Ouch.
Now it's only minus 40 because the sun's coming up.
Yikes.
Yes. They're talking to a producer who is Canadian who lives in LA. And he says, I just want to give a shout out to my brother who works on the runway at the Calgary airport.
My brother who loved planes
You're like, oh, now that's just cruel.
worked on the runway at the
On the
airport
runway.
where it's windy.
And there's nothing to stop it.
Oh my God.
Right now, he could be all the way to Lethbridge. Who knows? Just tumbling along.
Oh man. Unbelievable.
Well, I'm going to leave you. You've almost consumed your whole thing.
I've been chomping this thing as quick as I can while you've been talking and saying hi to everybody. Got people here making comments. Bruce is rubbing the cream cheese shortage in her face. Coyote says, it's interesting seeing Steelers fans' view of Ben versus views from non-Steeler fans.
I know. And as you might have picked up, I'm a strong feminist. So I've had real issues with Ben. And I think karma is a bitch because he has 3 daughters. And I want to hear him tell his daughters what he did in college, what he did as a young adult with too much money and too much time. Yeah. So, yes, I've always had issues with him.
Good luck hoping for the Jags. Laugh out loud, says Coyote. Pick notes. Colts haven't won in Jacksonville since 2014. JG, Uncle Bruce, and Auntie Jen have the same kind of laugh. Joanne Antonia Brown wants back on the Steelers. Yeah.
Yeah. Can you see that happen?
Michael Hunt, the
I just
Immaculate
don't
Reception. DQ, Coyote, I'm a season ticket holder for the Steelers. There's the fans who think Ben can do no wrong, and there's the realists who know that we haven't won a Super Bowl since the 08 season.
I know. And 11 when we went, I never thought we were going to beat the Pats that year. Not that we were so injured and they were so good.
Coyote says, pick notes. I still pick the Colts, rookie Kubrick, and coaching disarray in Jacksonville. Max Carey, my Bengals won the division.
I know you're Bengals. And did you see poor Joe?
Oh, man. DQ. Ben is the Steve Eiserman of the Steelers.
When he was tackled, his name was ripped off the back of his jersey. So he looked like a college player who had snuck on the field.
Chase, Rosita Parker, Dan Marino was with another team. Marco sending the SWAT team. Auntie, how can it be frost in Palm Desert? Cold, dew?
Yeah, it's cold dew.
In the shade, it's frozen. Yeah. They wait for it to melt off, and then they allow the golfers
on. And then
on.
as the sun comes up and the palm trees give shade.
Yeah.
The shade is white.
The shade is it's frozen in the shade and not all around it.
It's very interesting. Mm-hmm. The difference between this unit and our last unit is that we really feel the golfers more because the cart path is right in front of our patio. Mm-hmm. It's the double
white fairway.
so you get to see them a lot. You can hear them out there, and we've seen some quite good golfers.
Good shots.
Yeah, in these
We're
2
100.
days we've been.
We're
here.
100 yards away from the green on a par 4, and a lot of the golf balls off the tee box land right near our patio.
Yeah, yeah.
They kind of roll along and they kind
Their
of
second
stop.
shot is from
Now
us,
their approach shots are being had. There's some folks that got a good game,
and then you have hackers
and
like
then you
me
got the others.
who could go further if I could just kick the ball. Just let me kick it.
Let me throw it.
I'm queen of the roll.
Can't I just
Not
throw
a
it?
lot of height, but a lot of roll. I like those downhill fairways. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is it.
There
Bagel's
you
done.
go. Keep it going for a while.
Thank
And
you,
I
Jen.
found the napkin holder, so we're back to napkins.
We're back. Those are good. Oh, so good.
Okay.
So good. Thank you, Jen.
Go get them. Anything good? Any good plays today?
Well, Goldman Sachs.
Goldman up 12.
The Goldman is screaming for calls to be written.
And what's
I think
going
it's time
on?
to rate gold.
Why is it having this run? Is it by itself or is it all the
Banks are having a good day today.
Oh, okay.
The banks are having a good day today. Not everybody, but the banks.
Everybody's going, oh crap, I have to pay all those credit card bills, and the banks are going, yes,
Yes, you do.
19% interest. That's
We're
not
here.
usury.
We're here for you. We love you. Carry the balance. It's okay.
It's fine.
It's fine. It's nothing
Minimum
secret.
payment.
No problem. Take your time. We have years.
Get out of debt, people.
Thank you, Jim. Joe, I've been spoiled as a Pats fan for many years. Now I watch with the Pats and the Patriots South with Brady and Gronk. British Shilling, because they're really in Creston with a green screen. Andy, laughing out loud, DQ. And what he did in Atlanta nightclub. LSU fan. Joe's my favorite all-time CFB player. Bengals could use some investment advice. Adventures with Duncan. Good morning, Jen. Rico got out of those 160s at least. Right on. DQ, Rico, see, don't panic. Andy, looks like SoFi wants me to keep picking up shares. There you are. That's right. We have Rocket Lab at 1184, down 36. We have SoFi at 1480. Down 88. GameStop down 677 at 146.06. Matterport down 125, 1836. ME down 30 to 682. Spire down 8 cents to 341. We have ATIP down 6.5 cents to 338. Smart Red down 51 to 907. Sixterra down 47 cents to 1204. The Dow is up 315 points. You wouldn't know it by the quotes I just gave you. We're up 10.5 points on S&P. We're down 145 on NASDAQ right now. Down 0.92 of a percentage point. The Dow is up 0.89. So the NASDAQ is worse, down more on a percentage basis than the Dow is up. Just to give you an idea, this market, that means we just don't have complete conviction everywhere. We have a mixed bag here going on. The large caps are benefiting today. Not everybody else is benefiting. It's interesting. Could there be some corrections here? Oh, yeah. Can there be some bargain hunting coming in on our stocks? Oh, yeah. No, there will be bargain hunting. Just who, what, and how much. We'll watch for that. Excuse me. Goldman Sachs 408.41 up 1308. The high of the day 408.85. So we're just up here, but we've been hanging on at 406, 408 now for about an hour and a bit, and we might be topped up for the day on Goldman. Now, could it go back to 400? Yes. Will it go back to 400? No guarantee. But if it did go back to 400, it would still be up $5 on the day. So keep that in mind on profit taking and intraday moves. Those of you who are writing Goldman calls, you might have some fun today with this. Splitter, SoFi looks not good today. Hope we hold that 1470 line. Anti just got some for 1479. Well done, Anti-PC. 1474 right now. 1472 right now. Deals. Alberto, exactly. Pick them up cheap, says Alberto. Joe, nasty growth, tech rotation. Andy, all of a sudden, I'm craving cream cheese. Luckily, I have 2 more 12-ounce containers of the Neufchâtel. Rico, haha, you nailed it, DQ. We are safe to write another one. DQ, I'm waiting. Says DQ, Beach Boy, the April 270s are 795 to 1175. Go down some more, baby. Yeah, just let them bottom out there, Beach Boy. Just let them bottom out. You're just getting richer the lower they get. It's okay. Yeah, we're at SoFi 1475. GameStop down 707. Matterport down $1.36 to 18.25. ME down 33 to 6.79. Spire is down 8 cents. ATIP is down 7 cents. Smart Rent 906 down 52, and Sextera down 48. All these shares are at their lows of the day or abouts. They're all in and around their lows of the day, with the Dow up 322, S&P up only 7.25, and the Nasdaq down 170. The Nasdaq is dropping. It's now down 1.07%. The Dow is up 0.87%. So the Nasdaq is out doing the Dow going down versus the Dow going up, and that leads to a mixed market where these kinds of trades come around, where those of you who've written contracts can buy them back for next to nothing. Those of you who are looking to write contracts, there's a few spots here and there, Goldman Sachs being one of them, where you can take advantage of writing calls, and others of you are bargain hunters, picking up either cheap paper or cheap contracts, long-term in-the-money contracts on some of your favorites here. DQ, Arico, I don't like to write on a long downslide. Rounded up my Matterport to 1,000 shares, says Mr. Seneca. Arico, okay, I was feeling the same way, but as you know, I struggled with patience. Beach Boy, 145.66. Yep, that's right. Kent, rolled my Goldman to 410. 2 weeks further out for the same price. We'll see how it goes. Nice move. Nice move. I like it. Gary, I kind of don't want to look at my portfolio today, says Gary. Yeah, I don't write at these lows. DQ, Rico, good day to turn off the market and take a walk. There you go. 408.87 on Goldman at the high of the day right now. 408.88. It looks to me like the stock is trying to set new highs, but it's only a penny each time. 408.93. There's a lot of stock coming up for sale on Goldman here. It's had a good day, and it's allowed to have a good day. But if the Dow does any kind of pullback to the like 150 point range on the plus side, 175, we will see corrections here very quickly. We will see profit taking very quickly. And on Goldman Sachs, for those writers of calls, you got yourself some upside coming your way. So keep an eye on this. Let's see how this all plays out. Dow is set for the best Santa Claus rally in 13 years as the blue chip gauge extends the record run. That is what is happening there. We're up 326 on the Dow, up 8.8 on S&P, down 165 on NASDAQ. 408.95 is the high trade on Goldman. 409.04 briefly touched it. We're back to 408.93 on Goldman. Okay. Rico, I can barely stand hearing all the new record highs again when everything I'm holding is bleeding on the street. Those damn FANG stocks. Big techs. Every one of our stocks. Geez, JW. So for poor man cover calls, best to buy. So for doing best to buy. A long call when red and shorts when rising. There you go. 409.22 on Goldman. Another new high right now. Goldman Sachs, 409.22, high of the day. 409.24 now. All right. The Dow up 328. S&P up 8. NASDAQ down 167. Oil up $1.12 to 77.18 or so. That's where we are right now. Rocket Lab is down 32 cents at 11.88. SoFi down 89 cents at 14.79. GameStop down 708 to 145.76. Matterport down 134 to 18.27. ME down 33 cents to 6.79. Spire 341 down 8. ATIP down to 336 down 9. Smart Rent down 48 cents to 9.10. Sextera down 44 cents to 12.06. IBM 285 gain. 364 game on IBM. 364 game on IBM. 139.68 going for 140 on YBM now. Home Depot 411.48 up 284. The Dow up 334 now. Microsoft down 245. Apple up only a nickel. Tesla down 32.90 to 11.66, giving up some of those gains. Bed Bath Beyond down 52, BlackBerry down 18. Royal Caribbean up 220 a share at 83.03. Goldman up 13.80 to 409. 13 with a high of 409.25. We're at 409.17 right now. Cisco down 29 cents. Even with this big Dow move, Cisco is down 29. Amazon down $46. Facebook down 165. That's gone red. Google only up 340. That's backing off too. These gains are not universal. Hey, Bruce, Michael, I have Apple 180s that are expiring Jan 21. Do I wait it out a bit? Or do you think it'll keep climbing? What do you think I do? I think you wait it out. I think we are possibly in for a bit of a pullback. The Dow is all by itself. NASDAQ is not joining the party. S&P is not joining the party. That will reverse. And the Apple is off 11 cents at the moment with a 300-point Dow gain. What does that tell you? It's telling me negative. Microsoft down 250, leading the way down. Tesla down 35, leading the way down. Cisco off. Yeah, I'm not liking this. I'm not liking this for the big cap stocks. I'm not worried about our stocks. They're off at the moment because of these moves, but our stocks will be the ones picked off as larger caps come out of favor here on profit taking. I'm just, if the NASDAQ were up 1% right now, then we'd be, wow, the whole thing's up, but then every single stock we have would be up as well. So either the NASDAQ's going to recover and join the Dow, or the Dow is coming back to the NASDAQ. I bet on the Dow coming back to the NASDAQ because we've had 2 solid weeks with only 1 or 2 down days. It's been just way up. And I wonder, we might be too much. Anyway. Okay, let's see what's going on here. DW, JW, yep. Thanks, DQ, says JW. B Fits. Bruce, what's a good or normal net worth age by 30? I'm 28, married, we rent, we have no debt. Our net worth is probably mostly made up of investments and savings. Google gives me wide ranges. What's your take? Oh, man. B-Fits, it all depends on many factors. I mean, there are 30-year-olds out there that have huge college debts with master's degrees. There are 30-year-olds with no college debt, and they're plumbers and electricians that are making serious coin. There are 30-year-olds with married, 2 kids, no kids, married with no kids, renting, low as possible, and just saving up voraciously for a house. There's no one answer, depending on your career, your location, your vacation, what you're doing. But if you are positive on the debt to asset ratio, that's a win. And if you're adding to it, that's a win. And you're enjoying life, that's a win. Don't let work be your only thing. But if work is your pleasure, hey, way to go. I probably should have told the channel that a long while back, I wrote GameStop 150 puts that expire Jan 21. So, of course, GameStop will tank below 150, says DQ. I mean, of course. Kevin has sold all my Matterport shares at $32. Bought them back at 25, and I felt like a genius. At 18 now, I guess I wasn't that smart. Gosh darn it. 1825 right now is where we're at. Flesh Infection, Kevin, I wouldn't be upset. I never did anything with them, but I guess I still have my 14 CB at least. My 14 CB. Thumbs, Anti, has it? Flesh, pretty solid move. Coyote, Beef, it's same age. I think positive net worth, no debt, you're doing well. Hi, Alberto, from and Birdie and everyone else. Alberta, hey there, NTPC, hello there. We've got the Dow now up 341, and S&P up only 7.5 now, and the Nasdaq down 179. The Nasdaq is dropping, and the Dow's going up. This cannot last. There will be a point where there will be a correction one way or the other. One is going up, or the other one's coming down. This does not continue forever, for very long, actually. to be honest. Nazareth CB cost basis. Larry, mid-30s, no kids, no debt except mortgage, no degree, 10 years of 401k savings, and I work IT. Way to go. Flesh Infection. My trade platform uses CB cost basis instead of whatever other nominal lingo, average price per share anyone else uses. Interesting stuff. 1491 on SoFi. Little recovery here. A little better on the SoFi. It's popped back a little. Rocket Labs popped back a little too. It was down to 1182. It's now 1193. SoFi got down to 1470. It's now 1490. GameStop was at 144.47. It's 144.50. It hasn't come back yet. Matterport, the low of the day, 1806. It's 1815 right now. ME, the low of the day, 678. That's right where it is. Spire, the low of the day, 338. We're at 342. ATIP, low of the day, 336. We're at 338. SmartRent, low of the day, 904. We're at 915. Cyxtera, low of the day, 1194. We're at 1208. Improving on Cyxtera. AMC down $1.25. Robinhood down 106. Bannock down 502. They look like low of the days here. The Hood, Home Depot up 251 at 411. IBM 366 to the gain, 139.70. We're going for 140 on the IBM. It just wants to go there. Dow is up 343, just about the record high. Microsoft, though, down 334. This is the low, 331.41, right near the low of the day. And it's been the last 20 minutes, 30 minutes, it has backed off. I mean, it was at 333.98. It's 331.22. Microsoft backing up. Apple up only 7 cents. Tesla down 33, and that's fast, a down dip. Bed Bath Beyond down 54. BlackBerry down 14. Royal Caribbean still up 247 to 83.24. That is overpriced. Goldman 409.27. High of the day here, just by pennies. Goldman is struggling to hit new highs, 1 or 2 pennies higher each time it does it, not dollars, pennies. Lots of resistance at the moment on Goldman. Touched 410.23, but now 409.27 on Goldman. A $5-10 pullback would not be unreasonable for a little consolidation move. Could be an intraday thing, could be a partial day thing. Not saying it'll happen, but it is possible, very possible. Cisco down 30 cents, not going anywhere. Amazon down 48 bucks, Facebook down 170, and Google is now negative 480. So all those big fangs are negative. Amazon, Facebook, Alphabet, they're all red. Microsoft is red. Apple is up 3 cents. I mean, that's hardly reassuring. We've got pullback on that NASDAQ market, down 188 now, down 1.2% on NASDAQ. We're up 0.93 on the Dow, not enough to overcome the NASDAQ negativity. What can I tell you? This is it. Let's just watch and see what happens. The Dow looks like it's plateauing, though. It looks like it's plateauing here with this gain of 331. S&P is only up 7 points. It's been plateauing for hours. But NASDAQ is falling back. It's backing up. Down 187 now on NASDAQ. All right. Money swap, says Oscar. Larry, granted, I work in IT for a nonprofit, so I'm paid at the low end of my IT range. Auntie, looks like you're ripe for a wife, Mr. T. Dave, the Mac guy. Larry, you sound like me, except add in divorce 2 years ago and starting from scratch. Dave, except I'm 42. A flesh infection, Matterport. Sweet Jesus, when does it stop? We're going to go back to 10 or what? Some people overreact a little bit, but what are you going to do? Rocket Lab down 28 cents, 11.92. 10 cents off the low, a little better. 14.88 on SoFi, down 8 on the GameStop. Matterport 18.28. We've bumped up a little bit. We're down to 17.92. We've come back 36 cents on Matterport. It does that, but still down 134. Admittedly, still down a little bit. Okay. All right. Well, we'll just keep following this. We're not going anywhere. Not shaking us out of these stocks. Let's see. But Royal Caribbean is up, so that's complete BS right there, says DQ. That solidifies the BS factor is official. 408.44 on Goldman. We're now backing up here from that 410.23 high we set 10 minutes ago. 408.61 on Goldman. $1.60 off from its high. The Dow now only up 318. We've backed off here on that. The NASDAQ now down 193, 194. The S&P is only up 3.5, so we're going to go negative on S&P if this continues. The Dow is backing up now; it's only up 310. Nasdaq down 199. Okay, watching a lot of interesting things happening here at the same time. Okay. Okay. Yep, the Dow topped out at it's 36,930. It's now 36,907. So it's a 23-point pullback from the high just a few minutes ago. That was an all-time record high for the Dow. A lot of computer programs are programmed to sell out when certain numbers are reached on the upside. But you get enough of them, you get a bit of a stampede out the door, and that creates its own wave of selling. This is quite normal. We're down 26 points from the high of the day on the Dow right now. 930 is the high, and we're at 904 on that Dow index. Okay, and we're only up 2.7 points on S&P now. We're definitely backing up here. Nasdaq down now 218 points. The Nasdaq's now down 1.38%. The Dow's up 0.88 of a percentage point. So it's a definite imbalance by a wide margin now, at least a full half a percentage point, and climbing as NASDAQ is heading lower and it's taking the Dow with it now. The Dow now is beginning to follow and back off. It's only up 303. The Dow is at 880, 888, 890 roughly. So we're definitely moving back from the high of the Dow, which was 930, 36,930. We're now at 36,892. 38 points off the high, and we're backing up with a little more momentum coming into the Dow now on that sell-off, which will make it interesting on our stocks because our stocks were backing off as the Dow kept going higher. Now what happens? Do our stocks sort of level off here? Have they oversold today? Will our stocks begin to recover? Will the Dow drop 250, 300 points and then begin a recovery, which would lift all boats, including ours? Because ours aren't off so dramatically here. Some are, some aren't. We'll follow this. 288 now on the Dow, only up 288. So that definitely is backing up. We're now at 871 from 930. 60 points. We've dropped about 60 points on the Dow. Now exactly 60 points from the high of the day just a few minutes back. All right. Royal Corona Cruise Lines. It's possible we're in a completely fraudulent market, says Michael Burry on the short, big short. Nicholas, I guess we should buy more of SoFi April 12.5. BW Bruce, after watching you this past year, I see all the tomfoolery, what happens, cruise lines go up, airlines go up, oil is way up, then they drop the small caps and pick up all the cheap shares. Bitcoin Matterport going on a huge sale again. BW Bruce's algorithmic trading a blessing, or is it a curse because that was not readily available when you were still trading? Correct. Things have changed a lot since I started trading. When I entered that business, it really has changed. So many changes. Incredible. So many changes. Anyway, there you have it. Matterport, 1811, down $1.50. The low is 1792. Sextera at 1207, low is 1194, and Smart Rent is now 917. The low is 904. ATIP at 336, Spire at 340. They're down less than a dime each. ME now is down 38, 674. 672 is the low of the day. And GameStop at 144.29, low of 143.73. 700,000 volume. SoFi at 1480 now, the low of 1470, so we're approaching the low of the day. Rocket Lab 1187, the low 1182. We're approaching the low of the day there. The Dow, 281 to the upside at 36,866. So we're 64 points off the high of the day now. S&P down negative 1.5 points. S&P has gone red. NASDAQ is red, 238. So two of the three markets are red, and the Dow holding a 295 gain at the moment. All right. Gayoti says, BW, you have to remember the studies show that 89% of U.S. stock are owned by the wealthiest 10% of Americans. That number grew since the start of the pandemic. Dips like these, it's the average Joes that get hurt. Austin Matterport unlocking a load of shares in February. Hold on for the ride. Gayoti, big money just sees buying opportunity to control even more of the market. There you go. Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see how this, how this wants to work its way out. This is the market today. We have a big gain on the Dow with losses on NASDAQ and a negative market just now for S&P. We've dropped about 10 S&P points in the last 40 minutes to be down 3 now, where we were up 7.5. We're now down 3 points on S&P. Down 60 points from the high of the day on the Dow, but we're still plus 285. NASDAQ now negative 243, down 1.54%. Definite negative vibe on NASDAQ. Has been almost all day long. Goldman, 407.75. We have dropped $2.50 from the high of the day. Those of you who have written calls on your Goldman today, golden opportunity has been handed to you here to write calls, these 410s, 415s, 420s, depending on what week you want to do it for. The stock is backing up a little right now as this market is consolidating. We're only up 265 on the Dow now. We're off 80 points from the high on the Dow Jones in the last 20 minutes. We are backing up quickly. Down 7 on S&P, down 268 on the Dow, down on NASDAQ. NASDAQ's down 1.7% now, another 0.2 of a percentage point in 3 minutes. NASDAQ is falling, S&P is falling off, Dow is backing up, down 80 points. 406.75 on Goldman, another dollar just given up on Goldman. The calls you wrote are now backing up. They have to be backing up, guys. So keep an eye on that. See what's going on. Let's see. Uncle Bruce, believe Fed notes will come out tomorrow afternoon. Will that make markets the afternoon lower, you think? Sean, I don't know, guys. It all depends on how they say it and how it's interpreted, but it may make a difference for some bank stocks. It may not make a damn bit of difference. Don't know. I hate to be so, blasé about it. I can't answer that question. I really can't. 406.79 on Goldman, backing up here more. 406.65 now. The Dow at 36,855, 75 point pullback so far from its high of the day at the moment. NASDAQ down 274, S&P down 7.2. Alrighty. Okay. Other than that, we're just trying to watch 25 things at the same time here. Smart Rent hit a low of 920, now a low of 904, now at 920. It's actually coming on. Smart Rent is climbing. It's still down 38. Sextera is climbing a little bit, back to 1208 from an 1194 drop. ATIP down a dime, Spire down 11. They're at 335 and 337 now. ME 673, that's 1 penny off the low. Matterport 1803, that's 11 cents from the low. GameStop 143.07, that is the low of the day, down 9.77. SoFi 109 lower at 14.59, and that is the low of the day on 17.5 million right now. Rocket Lab at 1182, the low of the day right now, 630,000 volume. 406 on Goldman, 406.61 on Goldman. Almost, it just dropped enough to be basically off $4 from its high. 410.23, it's now 410.28. Okay, 406.28, pardon me, 406. The Dow up 243, but that is now 100 points below the high of the day. We were up over at 340 points on the gain for the Dow. We're now only up 244. S&P down 11.3 points. That's backing off quickly. That's 18 points lost in half an hour. And NASDAQ now down 291, 1.84% lower on the day. So the market continues to consolidate on the big boards. What we're looking for is when the markets hit their so-called low of the day, wherever that number is, and then if the NASDAQ begins a bit of a profit-taking, bargain hunting recovery, how will that affect our stocks? Will we find some of our favorites really reacting quickly to recover most of these losses, or what? We'll watch that, obviously, very closely, as we always do. IBM still at 139.24, not backing up. The Dow only up 235. It's now down 110 from the high of the day. Microsoft down 494 again at 329 a share. Microsoft was at all-time highs of 349 just last week. We're now 329 on Microsoft. We've given up $20. Apple 179.69, backing up quick, down 232. It's backing up. $56 drop on Tesla, backing up fast. Royal Caribbean 82.21, up 138. Goldman now up $11, even at 406.33, off about $4 from its high, almost $4 from its high. 33-cent drop on Cisco. Amazon down $69, Facebook down $4.30, Google down $11.97. We're heading for the red on the big markets. 2 or 3 are down. The Dow is still up 263 at the moment. Okay. There you go. Completely understand BW saying to Coyote, but this January is starting out kind of ADPC. Just got some more SoFi 1462. Austin, yeah. I said I wasn't going to buy more SoFi. I'm thinking about it again, though. Cheddar Stacks, it's ugly. DQ, Michael, those Apple calls are looking better, aren't they? Aren't they just, Michael? And the DQ, aren't those Apple calls you had 180 looking a whole lot better now? Indeed, they are. There you go. If any of you wrote Apple this morning, congratulations. Well done. 406.34 on Goldman, holding an $11 gain, but we've backed off almost $4 from the high this morning at this moment in time. That's the dealio, kids. That's the dealio. Jumping around like crazy. Okay. All right. Alberto, Auntie, I'm with you. Sean and Wendy, we enjoyed your show last night. TWB education is the key. If people watch, they will be able to understand some of the problems cruise stocks have, which is why you stay away from cruise stock. Sure, Michael, sure our stink bid placed. Auntie, do it, Austin. Andrew Fielder, I picked up the Royal Caribbean March 80 put at 550, and I sold some SPY spreads for Friday. Thank you. DQ, keep coming back down to me, Cisco, says DQ. Keep coming back to me. Someone here is sitting on, I think, 60 calls, if I recall. 62.39 down 40 cents. So those calls are falling off, definitely falling off. Okay. Okay, 1473 on SoFi down 95 cents. GameStop 143.54 down 930. 1805 on Matterport. ME at 673. Spire 338 down 11, and ATIP 335 down 9.9. Right here, right now. The Dow 254 gain, still around 90 points to the downside from the high of the day, roughly. Down 8.25 on S&P, down 273 on the NASDAQ, 1.73 on NASDAQ. Yeah, that's a big difference there. The Dow's only up 0.69 of a percentage point now. So it's definitely giving up ground here against this market. Okay. All right. There you have it. DQ 101 calls at 60. 101. That's right. 101 calls at 60. Watching them fall off in value. Oh, May, oh my, oh my. How much fun do we have out there, kids? Oh, we have fun sometimes. But we're here to make money. So that's what it's all about. 62.30 on Cisco, down 50 cents now. This is approaching the low of the day on Cisco here, as this Dow is definitely dropping again, coming into some more selling right now. Okay. Oh, my. Here we are here. Where are my notes? Here we go. Yes. Yes. Let's take a look at those. March 60s, 415 to 420. Last quote that I have. At 415, they'd be off 23 cents today at this point in time. Still dropping right on. And watching Moderna as well. What is Moderna doing here? Moderna, where are we at on that one? Moderna, $229.94, down $5. Boy, it's kind of given up the ghost already. There isn't a lot of downside here at the moment. Even 225 was the low. So Moderna at 13.7 times earnings, kind of running out of downside gas now. Good sign. Good sign. Good sign. Yeah, down 48 cents on Cisco at 62.31. Right on. Okay. Putting those calls only at 231 book value right now. Exactly. Yep, 215 bid. Oh, 415 bid, pardon me. 415 bid. All right, there you have it. Watching the world go by. Oh, so much happening here. Um, mm, 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 mm. Down 97 points from the high of the day, it looks like, for the Dow now. 248 gain. 282 point loss on NASDAQ. Try and say that. Down 10.5 on S&P now, these losses. They seem to be gaining again, seem to be going lower. Cisco now 62.30, down 50 cents, backing off again. All right. 23 kill off. With this small Apple dip, would this be a good time to jump into poor man covered calls or wait for it to drop more? If you're looking to buy an in the money call option, that's what you're trying to get here for Apple. You may want to put in a stink bid for an Apple call in the money. Now that the stock is backed up a little bit, it's 180 though. It's only down 163. So, the hope is that you can get a 176, 177 price, and you can scoop maybe a 160 or something. I'm not sure which one it is that you're going to grab. You want to grab a contract that is almost all book value with a little bit of premium for maybe April, May, June, something in that neighborhood in time out forward, if that's possible, and then look to write poor man covered calls against it. So always be looking. If you have an option in mind, that is, say it's a 155 contract or something like that, and it's trading at $28 to $30. Again, I don't know which one I'm talking about here. I'm not looking at the option chain. I'm purely speculating here. But in theory, if you're trying to buy a contract that has at least 90% of its value as book value and less than 10% is premium value, time value, and you notice that the bid ask is like $1 between buy and sell, you put in a stink bid either at just above the bid price or even below the bid price at an odd number. So if you can buy if a contract is 12 to 13, you might want to pay 11.05 for it. Put in an 11.05 bid. Stock has a down dip of $1.50. You might get hit with that price, and now you got it at a pretty good price. Hopefully that the dip worked out in your favor. The stock recovers a bit, and now you're ahead on your call that you're using as your poor man covered call. Anyway, there you have it. DQ. Technically, I'm back below my strike on premium price. There you go. Nice going, DQ. Yeah, technically you're right, and it's it's coming your way here. So Yeah, let it happen. Let it keep coming. The Dow 249 gain right now. Nasdaq down 262. Cisco shares down 46 cents. So that time premium is shrinking out. The book value is backing off. Obviously, now the question is $62 doable? 61.80, is that doable for the price of the stock? Can that that will bring your call further and further into you? Let's just see how it goes. Absolutely. No hurry, no rush. Dave is saying, personally, I would wait till Apple's earnings come out, as their phone sales will not likely hit the reduced targets. Market may react negatively. Again, that's possible, but that's why you buy deep in the money calls and write calls against it. If the shares do back off, you score those calls, you write additional calls and score them again. But hey, other factors and other facets of Apple are doing well, so it's back and forth. It's a lot to think about, Dave. You're absolutely right, though. T-Jack, hey, Uncle B, AMC is way down again this morning. When do you think it'll be best to write 27s or 28s for this Friday, or is there a better play instead? Let's take a look at AMC now. 24.92, down $1.60. They were at 26.66 for the high today, which was the opening trade. So they had no upper momentum today. The news coming out of AMC is not positive news for, any big bunch of shareholders to want to get in. The volume on AMC right now, 16.7 million. The army of backers, the army of apes have stopped buying this stock in any big way. I mean, that volume, it used to be 50 million by now, 16 million shares. That is a sign that this stock is weakening. So, my friend, if you're going to write a contract on this thing, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I don't want you to chase it down, 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 down. But I'm thinking here, 24.80 is where we're at right now, down $1.72, looking terrible. Do we get any kind of a correction in this market, or a bounce back? And then what price do you choose to write a call, right? This is a falling knife right now with SoFi, I guess. She's falling. But she can turn around quickly. She can get $1 back in no time and be back to 25.90, almost $26. At that point, you might write a 27 for this Friday. Something like that, but you're going to need some recovery on this to do it, and I don't know if it's going to happen or not. I can't say. The volume is certainly not looking good, I'll tell you that. Snatching all the SoFi dips, says Alberto. T-Jack, I'd wait for a run up. Cheddar, I'll go rebound. We're going to sell until we're oversold, then we're going to buy more. If people haven't figured it out yet, big money is constantly trying to shake out retail. Happens a lot. JG, hey, Uncle Bruce, when you have a moment, can you please explain book premium versus time premium? An example? Thank you in advance. Well, for example, let's take a look here if I can on Goldman Sachs stock. Let's pop up an option here that expires this Friday. So the stock on Goldman right now is at 406.59. That's where it's trading at, okay? If you wanted to look at a $405 call option on Goldman, that dies this Friday. That market is 485 to 520. Now, the 405 contract is only in the money $1.55. The stock's at 406.55. The 405 is $1.55 in the money. It's exercisable at 405. You can buy the stock. If you have that contract, you can force someone to sell you the stock at 405. It's trading at 406.50, so it's worth 150 book value, but it's trading at 485. So the difference between the 150 book value and the 485 actual market value of this contract tells me that there's a 335 premium, time premium on this contract. The contract is just $1.50 in the money, but it's trading at 485. That is a 335 time premium for this Friday. Tomorrow, being Wednesday, it will not have a 335 premium. It might have a 250 premium. Thursday, it might have a 150 premium. Friday morning, it has a 50-cent premium. By the end of the day, Friday, it has no premium. It'll only have book value left, if there is any. A 410 contract right now on Goldman Sachs is out of the money. A 410 versus a 406 market, it's out of the money. It's almost $4 out of the money. The stock's now 430, 370 a share out of the money. In other words, the 253 bid price that is being offered, which could be the latest trade, that's all-time premium. Someone is prepared to offer to pay 253 for that contract, and it's worthless. It has no book value. It only has time value. Again, between now and Friday, that 253 will evaporate to zero if the stock does not break 410. This is why I've been saying to my viewers, if you're writing 410s for this Friday, you can bring in, some of these folks have been bringing in $2.70 to $3 today, some bringing in more than that on a contract that's out of the money, has no book value whatsoever. The stock now is 405.93, backing off even more, making this contract even less valuable. It is backing up and becoming cheaper and cheaper and cheaper because the stock is dropping in value, which means the contract is stuck at 410. The stock is at 405 or 405.99 right now. $4.01 out of the money with 3.5 days left to live, because on Friday this contract expires. This contract. If you look at next week's contract for January the 14th, the 410 for next week, instead of trading at 250, it's at $5. But it has an extra week of time, and that's an extra 5 trading days it has available to trade. So instead of a 3.5-day contract, it's an 8.5-day contract. So it has a $5 value, all-time value, for the next 8.5 days. That will become zero by next week, Friday, if this stock doesn't move. If a week from today, the stock is where it is right now at 405.99, that contract that is $5 today will be $251 a week today, because that's where the 410 that expires this week is. The one that has 3.5 days to go is $251. The one at 8.5 days ago is $5. Get it? Book value is everything. The 405 for next Friday, which is in the money by $1 or so, is $7.30 bid. So it's $1 book value and $6.30 premium at the moment. That's what it's showing on my system. But that $6 in time value will evaporate to zero as well, and that contract will only be worth $1 something if the stock sits at 406, 410, 406.10 by next week. Right at the moment, 405.88 is Goldman Sachs. 405.88 is the price of the stock right now. So as I'm sitting here, these contracts are fluctuating up and down as the stock moves up and down. But right now the stock is on a lower track as it is backing off as the afternoon wears on. That's what's happening here on Goldman Sachs. 405.94 with a high of 410.28. So I have had viewers of mine who've been writing 410s, 415s, some wrote 405s, some wrote 400s yesterday. They're happier because the stock was up to 410. Now it's at 405 and backing up. These contracts that they had written had gone up or had gone up and they'd written them up here. Now they're all backing off with the stock. They're getting richer because as markets go up or down, you either make money going up and make money going down by writing call options and watch them deteriorate in price. It's exciting stuff. Yes, Alberto says, transfer of money from the impatient to the patient before the uncle. I was impatient. David N. Hi, Uncle Bruce. While SoFi doesn't have any real direct competition to compare to, I find myself comparing to fintech company Affirm. The charts look similar more often than not. Do you believe algos trade stocks? They could. But, each one has its own thing. There are specialists trading just SoFi right now, and they don't care what other stocks are doing. They care what SoFi is doing. And they watch the bid-ask strength of SoFi. They have the level 2, level 3 trading. They see all the orders out there. They're following it intently. 1482 is the last trade on SoFi. The low of the day, 1459. We have bounced back here 25 cents a share from the low this morning already on SoFi. Rocket Lab 1183 after hitting 1176 as a low. GameStop hit 143.07. It's now 145.79. We've come back over $2. Matterport is at $18 even, a low of $17.92. ME is at 674 after hitting 672. Nothing coming back yet, really. Spire 341, ATIP 337. They look a little better now. Smart Rent at 907, down 51. 904 is the low of the day. Cyxtera now at 1205, the low 1194 right now. Okay. Goldman 405.20. This is a $5 pullback now on Goldman. $5 pullback, still up 986, having a great day. But there are contracts that are looking good here. At what point would I sell my long call in a poor man covered call scenario, assuming we should have a target percentage gain? Well, again, if you're holding an in the money call and you bought it with maybe 5 months left to go, and you're trading against it, and then it's like 3 months left to go in time, it might be time to, on your next rollover, when you close out your short-term call, it might be time to sell the long-term call if it's well in the money, and then roll forward, buy another one that's 5 months out. That might be the time to do it. So stay 5-6 months out, but when you get down to that 3-month range, buy the old one back, buy another one, and right against that one. There you go. Hope that makes sense. Let's see. What's the deal with GameStop volume? There isn't any. What's the deal? 875,000. There's no deal here. Let's see. Nazareth, TJAC, January 21, Max Payne is 22 for AMC, so it is likely to drop to those levels, but it's too iffy, so I'm out for now. Let's see. Alberto, David, I usually put on a dunce-shaped aluminum foil cap too, just to kind of help me out. Cheddar, David, you don't simply watch and understand, then you know how they move and you can profit on downtrends or rallies. Let's see. What else is going on here? DQ, TJAC, the way AMC moves, I'd watch for a $1.50, $2 quick run up, then watch for it to plateau a bit. That's when I write AMC calls. TJAC, got it. DQ, thank you. DQ, I agree with Uncle Bruce, though. AMC is just about played out. All of the volume is day traders doing quick flips. They're gone. Woot woot. Apple stink bid hit, says Michael. Apple stink bid hit. 179.65 on the stock, down 236. The Dow right now is at down is up 230, trading at 816. So we've given up 114 points from the high of the day on the Dow now. NASDAQ is down 288 near the low of the day here at this moment. Goldman 405 even right now, down 528 from the high. Now 404.96 going lower. Simple taps NVIDIA for upgrading level 4 self-driving trucks. Let's see. So glad I grabbed those NVIDIA shares. Cheap. Yeah, Cheddar Stacks is saying, I'm saying with a big enough watch list with many stocks across many sectors, including the indexes, yes, you can see the directions. You may not know right away every time, but you can watch, you can catch on fast. Evercore raises Tesla's price to 900 from 750. Let's go. 1,200 Tesla covered calls would have been great today. Cheddar, yeah, but in hindsight, I really messed up by not buying those Matterport puts I was looking at last week. So you win some and you lose some and you miss some altogether. We've got the Dow up still 238, but off 107 from the high. Rocket Lab 1178, SoFi at 1478, only down 90. GameStop down the 769. Matterport at 1804. We're over 18 again on Matterport. ME 670 down 42. Spire 340. ATIP 335. Smart Rent 896. Cyxtera 1206. IBM 139.46. Microsoft down 667. Apple down 239. Tesla down 71.61. Bed Bath Beyond down 77 cents. BlackBerry down 20. Royal Caribbean only up 183, backing off. Goldman 404.34, approaching $6 downside from the high of the day. Norwegian up a dime. Carnival up 30. Amazon down 73. Facebook down 450. Google down $12. Let's see what else is going on. American Airlines up 18 cents. Moderna down 214 to 232.91. Moderna is coming back to the break even line, low of 225, now 232 on Moderna this afternoon. All right, watching all kinds of stuff. Down 55 on Cisco, 62.24. Oh my goodness me. Scott says today really magnifies the mistakes I've made before. A sign. Oh, the UBI average, the Uncle Bruce index is at 994 right now with today's pricing. Scott Brewer. So I'll just keep on holding on, holding on. There you have it. Watching a lot of activity here. Action everywhere. Kent is saying, I hate being so far out with my Goldman Sachs. Roll closer if I can for the same price. Is that a good move? I can't, you're sitting at 410, 218, but you must have sold them for a good price. You must be ahead of them by now. I would think so. Those were Feb 18s. You're saying. Let me take a look. Where are we at now? Feb. Here we go. February the 18th. 410s you wrote, right? Here we are. A 1330 bid, 1405 ask on the 410s. Oh man, that is an exciting contract to write. Wow, that's a lot of money. Last 1381, it's only 1330 bid. We're backing up. Definitely backing up here. You must be a couple of bucks further ahead on this by now, which is fine. And just stay there. I mean, just sit here. Theoretically, it depends on how low the stock wants to go before you do any kind of a roll closer. Okay, so you're at 1330, and let me take a look at. Let me take a look at. Let's see here. Where am I here? That is this one. Yeah, I see what you mean. You could do a 405 for. You could move into a 405 theoretically into February 4s. And Jan 28s, you could move into 405s ish. Sort of kind of, but right now I think you want to stay at this 410. I think you want to just sit here because you've had this jump. You might come back to it, so you're way up here, you're fine. On the other hand, if the market just has a real crap out later today for whatever reason, if the Dow goes negative today, like just really dumps off, not that I'm saying it will, but let's say it did, and Goldman went down to 395 today or tomorrow morning, you're going to be glad you're sitting on those 410s because they're going to be like $7 and you've got yourself a score. So just kind of, then you can do the, you know what I mean? But right now, just kind of watch this 404.63 here. Man, are we backing up quick? My quotes I know are late. I'm not accurate, obviously, on my quotes, right? I can't be accurate. Very interesting. DQ, Scott Brewer, ain't over till it's over. Cheddar. So if you dump ATIP Inspire out of that index, we're doing all right. Mentat, Happy New Year, everybody. Kent, yes, 200 up right now. Way to go. Just kind of sit tight. Erico, golly, at what point will the selling end? Zed, sign, Uncle Bruce, is there a chart? T-Jax, I've been meaning to look into Max Paint. It seems like a popular tool. Phone, dump ME2. Cheddar, I bought Marvel calls. Marvel. Go Marvel, go 87. So this Friday. Kent, I rolled out of the 400. I rolled out of 400 this morning. Right on. Okay. I have an Excel sheet that imports history from the net. Goldman, 405.05, down 523 from the high of the day here. Very interesting day today. Dow's now only up 219. 226 point pullback on the Dow, and now we're even more. We're now 229, almost 130 point pullback from the high of the day on the Dow. Nasdaq down 266, SP down 755. So the Dow is still weakening a bit here at this point. Rock and roll, 404.95 on Goldman. Any of you out there who wrote Goldman calls, keep your eye on these contracts. Contracts that expire this Friday. The 400s are now 790 to 855. They're backing up. The 402.50s are 615 to 655. The 405s 465 to 505. And I know I'm certain I'm a little higher on my quote here. The 410s are 246 to 266. They're backing up. We'll watch for this. Looks like the 390s are dropping about $3 something from the last trade. That's been a while ago. The 395s are off about $3 as well. The 400s are definitely off about 35 cents, but they've traded already today. And Mentats, thanks a sign. I'm a fan of Uncle Bruce. Nazareth, G Max, T-Jack. Max Payne is a tool to tell you what the price is that will allow the most contracts, calls, and puts to expire worthless. So it's an interesting tool, but it should just be a tool that you use, not necessarily the only one you use. It's one of many that you can keep an eye on. Everybody, thank you, all of you, for being here today, hanging out with yours truly. It's so glad to see you. We're having all kinds of fun here. Never a dull moment, I'll tell you. Lots going on. Keep an eye on all kinds of weird and wacky stuff. Thank you, those of you who are picking up the classes on how to learning how to write call options. Thank you for participating in those. If I can be of help, if you need a link that's not working for you, you let me know, and I'll get you the link that you've paid for so you can watch the classes again and again and again. Like I say, there's 10 classes you can enjoy there on my website, stockmarkerswithbruce.ca. Head over there when you can and pick up one class at a time and enjoy your roughly 2 hours of instruction per class. Thank you all for coming through. We have 319 thumbs ups now. Thank you for that endorsement. I appreciate it. 319 thumbs ups today. If you're able to throw a thumbs up our way, please hit that button and help YouTube to send more people our direction. That would be terrific. We're off about 110 points from the high of the day on the Dow. We're still up 234 at this point in time, but the Nasdaq is off 1.63%, down 257. S&P is down 5 points. Cisco down 69 cents now. 69-cent drop, 62.10 on Cisco as it gives up more ground, and more ground it will give up, I think, at this point. Chase, market swings are my bread and butter. Chase, what an education. Is that I am number 320? Right on. Thank you. Lobo Blast. Hey, look at this. Lobo Blast. Thank you for upgrading to become a Gold Bagel member. Thank you to joining the family, Lobo Blast. I love you. Thank you for being here. This is awesome stuff. More and more folks are upgrading to become Gold Bagel members. I do appreciate it. You guys are my backbone, keeping Jennifer and I on the air. Hi, Uncle Bruce. It's me again. Thank you for 2020. Because of you, I invested 23% of my total income last year. Wow, that's pretty cool. Way to go. Thank you for your kind support and joining in. 405.55 now on Goldman, trying a little rally here. We'll see if it's a dead cat bounce in the middle of the day. Will it go lower or not? The Dow is still up 223, but it is off 122 points approximately from the high of its day today. So the Dow is giving up ground. S&P down 455, climbing back a bit. Nasdaq down 247, a little bit better. Rocket Lab is 1182. The low was 1176. SoFi is 1495. The low was 1459. We're coming back on SoFi a little here, still down 73 cents. GameStop, the low 143.07, now 145.23, a $2 comeback. Matterport 1804, the low was 1792 on 4.8 million. ME 672 now, low 668, a little tiny bounce back. Spire is 342, was down to 337. ATIP is 335 and a half, down to 3. It was at 3 30. This is at the low, 336, 335 and a half. This is the low of the day right now in ATIP. 130,000 traded, by the way. There's nothing going on. Smart Rent 904, the low 895. Sextera 1211 now. The low is 1194. So Sextera has bounced up 17 cents. Now down only 39 cents. 147,000 volume. Nothing. AMC down 141 to 25.12. Robinhood down 144. Vanik down 630 to 309. Home Depot up 268. IBM backing up a bit. Got as high as 139.94. It's now 138.33. Still gaining 229, but it's backed off. The Dow, a 228 gain at 36,813. Now 36,806, 124 points lower than the high of the day. Microsoft down 571, Apple down 193, Tesla down 53 bucks. Bed Bath Beyond down 63, BlackBerry down 16, Royal Caribbean up 165 to 82.48, Goldman 406 even, 405.88, jumping back and forth, 405.77, jumping around on Goldman around this level now. Cisco down 74 cents. The downdraft is accelerating on Cisco, down 74 cents. 62.05, 62.07 on Cisco. Interesting to watch that. There's profit taking happening here, and there should be down to the 60 range would not be a surprise at all. To even test it would be considered normal. What else going on? Amazon down $62, Facebook down $370, Google down $698 at the moment. That's where we're at right here, right now. Moderna $232.79, only down $220. It's actually coming back, fighting its way back at the moment. Okay, everybody, there you have it. Yeah, I'm going to take my break now. I'll be back this afternoon at 3 o'clock Eastern time for the final hour of today's trades. We are now 2 hours, we're actually 3 hours, 10 minutes into this show, and we're 2 hours, 10 minutes into trading so far. Uncle Bruce, wow, right on. What can I say? Thank you. Everybody, thank you so much for popping through here and hanging out with me today. Keep an eye on this market and see what's going to happen. Let's go stocks. Maybe a little recovery for some of our stocks. Looks like some of them have definitely bottomed out and are bouncing off the lows. The question is, will these markets consolidate a little bit and kind of even out? A little gain on the NASDAQ side, a little pullback on the Dow, and then ours will kind of meander along in the middle and cut these losses in half or more. That's possible. We'll figure it out when we know. We'll see. No guarantees. Just the markets are fine, are working. $62 on Cisco, down 79 now. 79-cent drop on Cisco. 62 bucks last trade. So we're watching that back up. Uncle Bruce, it's me again. Thank you for 2021. Because of you, I did all right. Enjoy the break, y'all. Zach, thanks, Uncle B. Lobo. I'll see y'all in the afternoon. We're going to have a great 2022. There you go. Splair, and I remember to watch after your thumb up before leaving. Thanks for the thumbs up. John Anderson, thanks, everybody. Thank you, John. Thanks for the thumbs ups, everybody. 335 now have come in. Appreciate that. Larkin Schwartz, member for 7 months, up to 87 shares of GameStop. Can't wait to hit the 100 mark. 13 to go, Larkin. Keep it going, buddy. And you're going to start writing contracts as well against your stock. Way to go, buddy. Nice job. Thank you for being a member for 7 months now. Appreciate your loyalty to this channel. That is fabulous. Thank you. Thanks, everybody else. And thank you for the 345 thumbs ups and counting. Keep them coming if you can, people. Every thumbs up brings more people to our show and our channel, and they'll follow the stocks we're following. The Dow now is at 36,804. So we are 123 points off the high of the day on the Dow right now. NASDAQ down 253. Okay, guys, have a good one. We'll see you this afternoon at 3 o'clock, and we'll see how we can make some money as the day goes on later today. Thank you. In the meantime, have a good one, everybody, and we'll catch you this afternoon. Bye for now.